Hi, everybody. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome. It's Monday night, Monsterhearts. I didn't plan whatever I'm doing right now. I'm not sure what it is. Hey.
Shimmying.
That's okay, Brian, because you know what it is?
What
You know what
is it,
today is?
Kay?
Today is the fifth night of Hanukkah. Olamaka Olamaka.
Happy Hanukkah, y'all.
Happy Hanukkah, fifth night of Hanukkah, y'all.
We all get llamas.
You all get llamas in yarmulkes.
Ooh.
I have a
Ooh.
Christmas llama. It
Ooh.
looks super washed out. You can't tell, but I promise it's a Christmas llama.
That's nice. It's a holiday adjacent
Aw.
llama. It's great.
It's a holiday adjacent llamas.
Speaking of mugs, we have a store.
Oh, hey.
Where might someone procure such a mug, Brian?
In the shop, in the exclamation point shop.
Or you could get a really cool shirt with a lady lumberjane on it.
Yeah, I like that shirt. I'm not wearing it right now, but it's nice.
I may have one of those shirts waiting in Boston for me.
Thank you, Aid. Appreciate it. I was just about to do that. And there's all sorts of links down below because we like you to come join our community on the
Yeah,
Discord
come chat with
and
us.
such.
Yeah, you can
come,
see-
Come chill.
If you saw those really cool memes in the beginning, you can see them when they're first made by
Right.
Charlie. The
Make
wonderful
some
Charlie.
yourself.
I made
Or make
some.
yourself. Yes.
Some of those are ones I made.
Or some of the ones made by Stephanie.
It's true. All those things happened.
It's my holiday. You can't be angry at me.
Is that how that works?
I'm just loud. I'm not angry. I'm just loud. Sorry, can't help
That's
it.
definitely not how Hanukkah works. I'm pretty sure.
I think it is, Brian.
Oh, really?
Okay. Hey, let's go. Let's take a look at what happened last time on Gehenna Valley. Okay, last week. Last week was another fun episode. It wasn't a heart racing episode, but it was a fun episode. Except for Stephanie. Stephanie might have had some heart palpitations. I don't know. There was some fun. Hey, what happened last time? Well, there was a pep rally. That's fun. Who doesn't like a good pep rally? In which Wolfe really liked Bridget's cheerleading uniform. Like, it was very short and revealing, if you missed it. Brian learns that Fall Out Boy is not popular with high schoolers. I forgot I wrote that. Donovan makes a big speech and uses that to make Walt Freeman, Wolf's dad, feel even worse. Walt Freeman is currently leading for most conditions. None of them good. Bridget proves she's still a cheerleader. Good job, Bridget. Ronnie Bruce confesses his love for Crina via song. Ronnie Bruce gets in trouble, and Crina cheers. Not for the trouble
For
part.
Roddy Bruce,
Right.
to be clear.
And not for the trouble.
Trouble.
In the style of 10 Things I Hate About You. I loved it.
It was all for Rob.
Another movie I haven't seen.
Well, you're not that gay. Let's see here.
I am.
Donovan, Crina, and Alistair discuss the family. Crina doesn't feel like she gained any information she can leverage against them.
Wah, wah.
Disappointing.
Bridget and Corey tell Wolfe about the vampires at the Ren Fair. Bridget breaks Corey's yardstick sword.
Sad.
I
Sad.
forgot about that.
Sad.
Wolfe, it wasn't a sword. It was a yardstick Corey was holding as a sword. I just don't want you to think that Corey has a yardstick sword and that he thinks is a real sword.
Yeah,
No.
3 feet there, buddy. Come on.
Wolfe reminds Donovan he's not a monster anymore, even if he is a vampire. I don't think that's how it works. Donovan admits he is scared. They make out. Donovan feeds on Wolfe by biting his tongue. Ow.
Yummy.
Yeah. All right.
I mean,
Haven't.
oh no, terrible.
I can't imagine.
It probably hurt.
Right, and like in the
Pretty
middle, it's
deep.
like
But hey,
stuck
you know, vampire
awkward.
saliva healing. Listen,
You
they're
don't
teenage
stick that
boys.
much of your tongue in somebody's mouth when you're making out, or at least you shouldn't be.
Listen, they're
Maybe
teenage-
Donovan just wants Wolf to get used to the taste of blood.
I think
Yeah.
you're right, Kay. They're teenagers.
They're teenagers.
Yeah. Donovan's not.
he's
Forever a teenager.
It's a metaphor game. Crina gazes beyond the veil and speaks with her dad, Viridius, about the meeting. Because she's going to meet with some vampire bros about some borders. He thinks she's got this as one of his ears. Ayers. He then appears in the car. Viridius offers to get shit-faced with Bridget. That was a weird series of sentences, but you pick it up. Everyone goes to the Ren Fair. Mr. Mulhair freaks out mildly when meeting Viridius.
But in like a fanboy way.
Yeah, it was mild. He was all right.
Yeah.
Because he's so informed of things.
Right.
Oh god.
Well, he knows.
Crina was there going, "Don't get weird, Mr. Mulhair. Don't get weird. Don't make it weird."
Makes it weird.
He did all right. He did okay.
Okay. He
He
contained it well.
recovered. He recovered.
Yeah.
B+.
Mr. Mulhair does a ritual to prove Bridget is no longer dominated, like hypnotized dominated. She could have been hurt, and she runs away afterwards. Viridius chases after her. Corey is left alone.
Was he?
Alistair
I thought he
You
was
said
with
that so.
Mulhair.
You said that so.
Mulhair left him
ominously.
to go joust.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Mr. Mulhair's job to do.
And then didn't Corey run off to go help?
No, he was
No,
just kind
I-
of standing
He's
there
just,
like.
chilling.
Oh.
He's like
are
that
you the
John
one who wrote
Travolta
that
meme.
note that I had to correct? Thanks,
Yeah, I'm
Rob.
sorry. I guess I forgot.
Write notes that you know are true, okay?
And then
Yeah.
Wolfe turned into a werewolf and saved everyone.
The
Yeah.
end.
The end.
The end.
I mean, I
That
think Corey went to go kind of check out the. He wasn't like just
I'm
standing
sorry.
there.
No, he wasn't just standing there, but
went
he
to
was
go,
alone.
like, but he was by himself.
Yeah, no,
He
he's
was
like
alone.
doing Ren Fair things. I don't know.
Yeah, / maybe scoping out where the vampires Bridget found or something, or looking for Harold. I don't know.
He's gonna
I
throw
just-
an axe. It's gonna.
I
be
just
great.
imagine he's doing that that John Travolta meme where it's like he's like all alone, like with the jacket in his hand. And he's like,
But with
Hey
a sword.
Ashley,
What?
what movie is that?
I don't know
from?
what movie it's from.
I
I knew you were gonna ask that as soon as you called me. As soon as you
To
called
be
me
fair,
out, I knew you were
I'm not
gonna
sure
ask me.
which movie it's from.
It's
I'm not
from
sure.
a movie called Pulp Fiction.
Okay, I knew it
Oh,
was
yes,
a
yes,
movie.
yes.
I
Okay,
just don't know
yeah.
which one.
Okay. It's cool. It's cool.
Oh,
No
that
worries.
really
kinda
old
run
movie?
together.
Pulp Fiction?
All
It's
right,
very
Spider-Man.
old.
They run together, and he puts them all in the same universe, so you can be forgiven for not being able to know which
No,
is which.
it's okay. I just was curious since she knew the meme so well. Anyway, we're getting really off base here. This is gonna be a great episode.
Not 8 yet, so it's okay.
Alistair helps Crina prepare for the meeting. He was helping her get dressed, mostly. Then they had sex, but they do not lay naked together because that's
They kept
very
socks
We
important.
on.
lie naked. I forgot to fix it. The move is lie naked. We do not
But-
lie naked together.
All right.
I don't know what the difference
Do you
between
tell
lie
the-
and lie is.
Truth
But-
naked?
Do you, what?
Get it? 'cause
Shush,
it was
shush,
a joke.
888.
It was a bad joke. Just
Crina
Beautiful,
meets
thank
with
you.
Vincenzo and the family. Vincenzo leaves the table not getting access to Gehenna Valley, but makes veiled threats about Crina's friends and family. Veiled. Crina reminds him she helped kill a god, and he leaves feeling unprepared. That was fun.
Very fun.
That was fun. Let's do a quick
Right.
check-in.
I cried at the end, and I was like, Brian, you can't leave us here. And you were like, but I am.
Yeah, that's how I roll. I am...
Always leaves you wanting
like
more.
that.
Giggity.
Let's check in with Princess Crina. Princess Crina, you have the condition heir to the throne.
Bum, bum, bum.
I know you like it. You're happy, super thrilled.
Yeah, it's great.
You've got some
Don't let pressure.
strings here that might be important. Well, Bridget, 2 strings there. 1 on Corey. 1 on... 2 on Alistair. Those are the ones that will probably show up in Ren Fair. 0 harm, 4 XP towards your 2nd level up, and you are not your darkest self.
This is all true.
But you are dressed like a princess, which you also
am, yeah.
are, which is fun.
I am dressed like a fairy princess with
Yeah.
a really bitchin' sword.
Great hair.
Great hair.
The
Great.
boys all love to stare.
If you're making a reference, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm sorry.
Let's bring it on.
Oh,
Super gay.
I saw it once, many years ago.
I've
Yeah.
never seen that one either.
It's okay.
I mean, you could be forgiven for that.
Next
one.
time we meet a filler episode, we'll play How Gay Is Rob? And it'll be
Everybody wins!
Is that How Gay Is Rob? Yep, bring it on.
I
3
could show you,
reference.
but I'd have to
Right.
charge.
Oh. it's funny because most of them get that reference. Wolfe, you've got the conditions dedicated and whipped. That's cool. You've got 1 vintage string on Crina, 6 strings on Bridget, 5 strings on Donovan. You got no harm, 0 XP towards your 2nd level up. You are not your darkest self, and your true love is Donovan.
Yeah, I forgot that I meant to think about my level up more because I picked something last week, but like it never came up. And then like I was like, maybe I'll change it because it wasn't like applicable, but then I forgot to change
What did
it.
you pick?
So
Tell us.
I took that one ghost move.
Helpful spirit?
Helpful spirit.
Yeah. Go ahead, you tell us.
Oh, you want me to read it? Okay.
Yeah, tell everybody. The text is small on their
Share with the
screen.
class.
That's fair. When you help someone resolve a condition, gain a string on them.
Beautiful. That's
So,
a nice one.
That's okay. I mean, I was between that and like a couple other ones. So
No, I think it's
that's
cool.
fine. I think that's good.
Keep helping other people instead of yourself, Wolf. It's
That's
fine.
the goal. That's I don't have any problems. Everyone else has problems.
Oh, there was a hydrate at some point.
Yeah, I
No.
already did it.
I didn't see it, so I'm just distracted.
That's fair.
I catch up on the chat in bursts, bursts.
I appreciate it.
Speaking of, Corey, I don't know what that has to do with bursts. You got no conditions. That's cool. You got some strings though. Let's see. You got 1 on Crina, 1 on Wolfe, 1 on Dixie. She should be here. 2 on Harold, who should be here as well. You got no harm, but you got 4 XP towards your 1st level up. So very close. You are not your darkest self. I'm not reading that last line. That joke's over. Let's get rid of it.
I didn't ask you to.
I
You're deleting it. Oh, wow.
I didn't say you asked me to. But
You deleted it. Does that make it invalid now?
No, it doesn't. It's not on Crina sheet. I don't want to be prompted to read it when I go down the list. That's all. All right?
We'll put it on the side.
Aggression. Donovan, you got no conditions, kid. However, you got all sorts of useful strings. 6 on Corey, 1 on Bridget, 5 on Wolfe. I guess that's it. You got a lot of text. You got no harm, 1 XP towards your 2nd level up, and you are not your darkest self.
Yep.
I feel like we should, someone should get into their darkest self if we're gonna have fun at a Ren fair.
Did we ever announce what my level up was?
I don't know. You want to talk about it?
I can't remember if we
Let's-
did.
We
talk about
talked
it
about it,
now.
I think, but I don't think.
Yeah. I took Limitless. Donovan can walk through walls, I think, in classic Mist style, and can fly. And I'm imagining True Blood style, like, boom, fly off.
I like it.
Yeah.
What is wait?
Boom,
what is
every time you do
what's-
it.
When I have to
Style
Google that
mean.
during the break.
Like,
See
woo.
a clip of what True Blood mean is.
Yeah. Just strips down Eric Northman style and flies off.
Sure.
Wait, you have to be
This
naked
more
to
of Rob
fly?
is so gay.
It's in one of the episodes. He's like hanging out in
Are
the
you going to
Arctic
do the
naked. for
Skarsgård's
some
Okay.
reason.
jackhammer?
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like a mechanical need or anything.
The Skarsgård jackhammer.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Ashley, do you have a question about
No.
naked vampire flying?
No, that's all right. It's not
Okay.
I have
important.
so
That's
many
for private
questions,
time, Wolf.
but I'll save them.
Okay. All right, and here we go. Bridget Klein has the condition blunt, which is nice. You got 1 string on Crina, 6 on Wolfe, 1 on Ingrid, 1 on Donovan, and 2 on Dixie.
I think
2
Bridget's
harm.
string on Crina is a Vigid string as well.
All right, this came up last week too. I'll just.
Yep, 2
Nobody
harm.
spins strings on me.
There you go. The note is there. Vintage. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
I wasn't. Oh, you didn't. It's fine.
What? What's wrong?
Nothing. You didn't have to put it there. I wasn't trying to
I
get you to
did,
read that. I
though.
just think it was interesting.
I did.
Okay.
2 harm, kid. 4 XP towards your 3rd level up. No darker self. We are now placing bets in the chat on who will go Darkest Self first this episode. Who will go Darkest Self at the Ren Fair? Please place your bets. All bets after the first person goes Darkest Self are invalid, so it is best to get them in now. Thank you.
What is our betting currency?
What do you get? What are you betting? Just
You get
bragging
to
rights?
win.
Yeah,
I just
okay,
offered
that's pretty
that I
valid.
donate bits if I lose.
If you lose, you'll donate bits?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Bridget's already halfway there.
Whoa.
How are you halfway to Darkest Self?
Because you can go
Well,
Darkest Self
'cause
if
you
you
can go
die,
Darkest
and I
Self
have
if you-
2 harm.
Take more.
Oh.
You're welcome, Rob.
Rob.
Okay.
He's
All
in
right.
the mood tonight. I love it.
Aren't we always in the mood tonight?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
but,
feel like tonight
Bridget
we're
hasn't
in a
been doing
special one. It's a
self-care,
special
so-
mood tonight.
Yeah. He's in like a showy mood.
So I want to do a flashback.
Oh shit! Fuck yeah.
What?
Whoa! I totally messed with people on that one, apparently, huh? No, I do. I want to do
How
a
far back?
flashback. Because sometimes we forget that Crina has a little hook on one of her moves. And that hook, I'm talking about Beyond the Veil. When Crina uses Beyond the Veil and she talks to the Fairy King, she doesn't just get like a little bit of information. She gets a hidden string, reveals a hidden string on somebody when she gets a 10+. And we tend to forget about that string. And I'll just say like, oh yeah, take it on da-da-da person we were talking about. But I didn't like that. I wasn't satisfied with that this time around. We forgot about it. So we're going back. We're going back to that car ride on the way to the fair where Viridius is invisible in the back seat talking to Crina through that side mirror. And we've already done all the important bits, oh yeah, you're the heir. I don't want to be the heir. Don't worry about it, you'll be fine. Because apparently that's what Crina sounds like in my head right now. She was kind of...
I assume we were fast forwarding a video cassette.
That's what it was. And she says, tell me someone else is the heir. And he goes, look, we're here. But before, tell me someone else is the heir. And look, we're here. That's...
There's lots of people in line ahead of me that I'm not next after Jack.
Right.
That's what I said.
Okay. I like that. That's a good line. And that's what you said. And so before he says that, look, you're here, he's going to say, I want you to feel comfortable at the meeting. So let me give you just the tiniest bit of information. I don't know if it'll come up or it won't come up. But there is a vampire that will probably be part of this group. Name is Sebastian.
Oh, I know him. He's the one that flirted with Bridget.
Okay, yeah. There we go.
I don't know him, but I've heard of him.
So that makes sense. So he's around. We know he's around. If need be, just bear in mind, Sebastian considers himself a bit of a kind of a spy master type person for the vampires, and as such, has grown a little paranoid over the years. He really thinks someone's going to try to poison him at some point. It's just been a thing. I love to mess with him. He hasn't figured out so far that I am messing with him. But I don't know. If it comes up, you can play with that,
Okay.
If you need to make him uncomfortable, maybe offer him a drink.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds fun, Dad. Thanks.
You're welcome. Hey, it looks like we're here. That's all. That's all we needed. And then he appears in the car. So your string will be on Sebastian, obviously.
Yes.
Cool. So when we last left off, our heroes, we were watching. We were watching Crina and that meeting. So let's jump to some of the other people who weren't in that meeting. Let's go to Bridget.
My
Hey,
favorite
Bridget.
person to go to.
So Bridget, you kind of ran off because you were angry that you could have gotten hurt, and people weren't really telling you that.
Right.
Maybe some other reasons about how people have been treating you are mixed in there. We're in the Ren Fair that has all these amazing things that we don't need to discuss because we all just know them.
Oh, of course.
Do you think Bridget might stomp off to?
I think I'm picturing this Ren Fair is partially run by the Fae, right?
Yes.
I think there's like a fairy garden that like Bridget
Ooh.
likes to go to with like a fountain and like there's like lots of like pretty plants there, and they put little like fake fairies in the tree.
I love it. I love it. In fact, a Ren Fair near me has something similar, and they'll do like they have like fairy characters that wander around, and every so often they'll do like a story in there for the kids, but mainly it's a place where you can just like sit for a little while.
Right. And that's what I think Bridget wants to do. She just wants to go and sit.
Cool. I love it. Trying to think of the way I want to do this, because this is a great opportunity. Yeah, okay. I got it. You sit down and you're by yourself, at least at first. I'm going to offer this up to you just completely. If you would like to be alone for a little while so that you can do something like, I don't know, try to clear Blunt, if that was your goal. I won't interrupt you at first, but if you just were acting in character, I'm totally going to interrupt you. What would you like?
I'm just acting in character.
Cool.
I'm still blunt.
Totally interrupt you then. So you see a face character approach you in the garden. They're dressed in like traditional Renaissance fair garb. They've got sort of like the half corset and the puffy sleeves and the long peasant skirt and big fake fairy wings. And their hair is all these different colors.
Okay.
Kind of like Crina's hair can be like that, but this is like super bold looking. And she's got a basket on one arm that has like all these long ribbons in it. And she approaches you and she goes, "Oh, good maiden, welcome to..." Oh, it's you. And you look at her face and it's Tanya.
Oh, hi, Tanya.
Hey, Bridget.
You're working the Ren Fair this year?
A little bit.
I thought you'd be at that thing with Crina.
No. Is that happening now? Because
Oh, they don't trust you to be there either?
I got stabbed recently, and there was a conversation around that. And I'm not doing all the things that I normally do.
Who stabbed you?
Corey stabbed me.
What?
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
I don't think he did it on purpose. I'm not sure he's capable of doing it on purpose, frankly.
He accidentally stabbed you?
Yeah, he threw a knife at me, and it cut me, and it was just happened to be the right kind of knife that would hurt a lot. And she's actually going to sit next to you in the fairy garden.
Well, that's not good. He's supposed to teach me how to use a sword tomorrow, but now I don't know if I should find another teacher or not.
Yeah, why would you go to him? You must have people around you. Aren't you like Crina's best friend?
I don't know if I'm her best friend. I'm her friend.
Okay, you know she has like literal, like master assassin bodyguards, right?
I didn't think of that.
Um, she goes, "Oh,
I'm sorry. It's not like there's a lot of sword fighters here. I don't keep a list of everyone who's an accomplished sword fighter in my life.
no, it's
But I didn't think about that.
it's cool. It's just I don't know. I'm with you. I don't know that Corey is the person that I would go to.
No.
Unless you
Plus
want
his
to be really
mentor
good at
just
stabbing Faye.
yeah. No, I'm more worried about stabbing vampires.
Oh yeah, you're worried about the little vampire problem, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. Everything's confusing, you know?
I hear you. I mean, life must move awfully fast for a human.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, do you think Crina's really ready to get in there and arbiter a border dispute between two of the most powerful organizations in the known universe?
I don't know. Crina is one of those people who I'm pretty sure she could do anything if she wanted to do it. She just doesn't want to do that much sometimes.
Okay. That seems worse to me.
I don't know. I think it's pretty good. You know, I'm kind of upset that she wouldn't listen to my advice.
What was your advice?
Well, I met one of the vampires the other day, and he was really nice to me. And I told him I would put in a good word. And when I did with Crina, she just got upset that I told people. Like, she wasn't trying to be upset, but I could tell she was a little frustrated with me.
Well, she's so inexperienced. I'm sure it's really easy for her to get frustrated.
That's not nice.
It's just true. I mean,
Yeah, but she's learning. Like,
sure.
in cheer, we like, you know, you just got to put girls on top of the pyramid until they learn to be on the top.
That sounds like a great way to fall off the pyramid.
Yeah, but you do it a few times, then you stop falling.
I'm supposed to sell you a ribbon. Do you want a ribbon?
Oh, yeah. Do you have like a seafoam green or something?
Yeah, I think so. Pulls out a ribbon. If you tie it to the tree, your wish stays with the fairies. Or
Is it?
something.
Does it actually do that?
You know, I'm not sure. I think it depends who's paying attention. On all honesty, half the games are rigged, half the things are magical here, and half the people aren't who they say they are. So I wouldn't take anything for granted.
Bridget reaches into her bag, like, how much is it?
$2.
Okay, and I give her $2.
Good.
It was good seeing you, Tanya. I'll tell Crina I saw you.
Okay. And,
I won't tell Corey I saw you.
Okay. She sits up and she goes, well, if you're gonna be human, and you probably don't have a lot of choices, I don't know. Try to spend your life sitting less. She'll walk away.
Okay. And I think Bridget is going to go make a wish and tie her ribbon to the tree.
What are you gonna wish for?
I can't tell you my wish or it won't come true.
If you don't tell me your wish, there's almost no way it's coming true.
think Bridget like thinks about what Tanya said for a moment and how like she doesn't really have much of a choice but to be human. And I think she thinks and kind of, I wish I was something else. And ties her ribbon to the tree.
Cool. Cool.
Wolfe comes by, bites her. Yes,
Like
yes,
me?
yes, Aid, yes, you.
What would biting her do other than make her?
Because we know you're a
know.
werewolf.
We all know what you are.
Mild infection. Gross.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, oh, that.
I turn into a were-human, where I'm a human. But every full night I turn into a sadder human.
I've turned into a cry boy.
I know.
Wow. Okay.
That's good. I'm so glad I said that.
Speaking of Wolfe and Donovan, you went in through the front
Yeah,
like people.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Yep.
we are people.
Normal human people. At least one of us is.
Hello, fellow human.
Wolfe, what's your favorite thing about the Ren Fair?
I mean, so in my mind, Wolfe doesn't know a lot about like Ren Fair things. Like
Okay.
he
Okay.
like he's not like super into the whole like Ren Fair thing, but he likes to go out and like do fun things with his friends. So
Okay.
basically he's just there to hang out and be like, yeah, this could be fun, but he's
Okay.
not like an enthusiast or anything.
Cool. I love it. What about Donovan?
I think Donovan is wanting to take Wolf around between like all the games and classic rom-com, movie style of, oh, let's do all the games at the carnival, except this time it's a Ren Fair.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they lose, it's fun and they spend some money trying whatever the games are. And I think Donovan would fully expect them to be very rigged, not only from the carnival aspect, but because the Fae are running it. So
Love it.
yeah, it's not about winning, it's about just playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Hanging
Donovan
out.
likes games.
a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're playing some games and
I do have somewhere I want Donovan to go.
oh, please, yeah, give me that little bit.
So maybe where we are like throwing the ball, trying to knock over old
tankers.
bottles of ale, and Donovan says, I did want to go by the fortune teller, see if we saw something, Donovan is probably occasionally peering around, just looking for family members.
Mm-hmm.
I getting your fortune read is always kind of fun, and maybe it'll give us insight to what's going on. I'm trying to avoid wherever Crina's having this meeting, and I doubt they're having it there.
Great.
Yeah. And it's like common knowledge that like Dixie.
Yeah, everybody
okay,
at this
so,
point knows that Dixie
yeah.
is the fortune teller this year.
So
She got moved up this year, and she's excited
yeah.
about it.
Wolf will just be like, yeah, no, that would be really cool. It'd be nice to say hi to Dixie too.
Cool.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
we should definitely.
All right, I have no problem with that. So y'all head over to the fortune teller area. She's got her own little booth set up with a little window with a big shelf where she can put the cards down, and there's chairs on the other sides. And you know what I'm talking about? It's like a swinging door. Anyway, that's all you need to know is you can see her, and you can sit down, and she can do her stuff. And you approach, and she goes, "Ho, yon travelers! Wouldst thou like to know the mysteries of your future?"
Hey, Dixie.
Hey,
Yeah. Whatever you can see.
would you like me to read your palm, or would you prefer a tarot card reading?
Whichever you think is best.
Well, what are we trying to figure out here, kids?
I think I'm a little bit more concerned with the immediate future.
Okay.
So maybe how to handle a tough family reunion?
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Great.
Hold on 1 second, and the MC will get his tarot cards.
Do-do-do-do.
I love that Dixie apparently belongs to the same idea of thought as I do, that everyone you talk to is kids. Regardless of their actual age, their age relative to you, they're kids. What we doing here, kids?
Cuties.
I guess
Did you guys
Donovan
entertain
sits
everyone?
down.
Were you entertaining while I was gone?
Never.
Yes.
We could never
Mildly.
entertain without
Stephanie was admitting that in her long Fae perspective, she also thinks of everyone as kids.
Everyone's kids.
Right. Well, because remember, Dixie is a very old vampire.
Yes.
She is.
And
It's
we have
true.
established
And
this.
I'm a very old fae.
Canon.
Canon.
So old I'm going gray.
Oh,
Giggity.
oh my
Wow.
gosh, I've been going
It's like
gray for so long.
6,000 years of
I
Fae
know.
right there.
I'm not gray.
I started going gray real young.
I'm not gray. Abadie.
That's because you're a baby.
You miss a baby. Look
I
at
mean,
the baby.
My gray hairs are not as noticeable, but they're definitely there if you see me IRL.
All right, Donovan,
Mm.
cut the deck.
Towards the top. Cut.
With such authority.
We're gonna do a 1-card draw. So we're just looking at the immediate future. It's everyone's favorite part of the game, right? When I do tarot card readings.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
liked your
It's the Queen of Swords. I'm
your
out.
your made up palm reading. You're
was
just
that
like,
good?
I don't know what I'm doing, but
I like the accents.
It's the 8 of Cups.
Emotional.
Yes, ooh, let's see what it means, because I'm not that great at this yet. I'm still practicing. Still practicing. Still practicing. Oh, I got this one the other day.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think this wasn't a reading.
Moon Tower Death.
Says, well, I don't know exactly how this is going to relate to your family, but we're looking at change happening in your future. And often this is about leaving something behind, about moving on to something new.
Okay.
So whatever the relationship was, it's not going to be like that in the future. It's going to
Oh.
adjust.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Yeah.
This
And-
sometimes gets triggered by something really negative happening, but it doesn't have to be.
Hmm.
But often change needs some kind of catalyst, so I would just keep your eyes open and
Yeah.
make sure you're not running. Make sure you're as aware of the change happening as possible.
Yeah, I mean, we came here, right? So Donovan like is glancing to Wolfe and nodding, like. So that's good. Okay. Thank you.
Would you like to roll dark to see if there's a mechanical bonus you can get from that?
Sure.
because
Sure.
it always goes well.
Oh, all right. So 9.
9. Okay, so you would you phrase your question in a more specific manner for me about your family in the future?
Let's see. Donovan would be thinking, how should I approach dealing with my family? And is primarily thinking about Sebastian and Vincenzo.
Nice.
Kill him. Oh, done.
I would say that you think about it, and you think about what Dixie said with the
Oh.
change on the horizon. What's up?
Ninja
Jeff?
Cat just reminded me I do have a forward that's sitting, I think.
Oh,
which
do you have a,
made this
a
a
blank
10.
forward?
I think I do. I do. So this is actually a 10.
Oh, great.
Thanks, Ninja Cat.
Great. So you'll get one forward specifically to address what I just what I'm about to tell you. So you think about what Dixie said with the changing relationships in the family in the future. And the thing here is that Vincenzo is actually the person who will work with you and have a more favorable outlook on working with you if you were to approach Vincenzo. It's Sebastian this time around who will be more reserved if you look for help or cooperation moving forward.
Okay. I think Donovan's like staring at the cup and just thinking and nodding and looks up to Wolfe. Did you want to go? Can Wolfe go too?
Yeah, Wolfe, you want to see your future?
Yeah, sure. And so funny story. Wolf just got his fortune told in something else, and so if you want, you can just reuse that because it's going to be the same question.
What's the question? I don't remember.
If things between himself and his father will ever be better.
Oh no, we're doing this live. That doesn't count.
Get
We
it.
did this.
Get it.
I mean, is a corpse who can't do anything, that's a better relationship, right? Because
Yeah.
We are going to do a one card poll though.
Okay.
Cut the deck, Wolf.
Cuts it.
Six of Pentacles. Nobody even knows what the pentacle is. I gotta look this up. That's a joke.
coins,
Thank you.
earth.
The 5, the 7, the 6.
I need the one between those.
Murder your dad. It just went straight up on the page. Huh? Have fun.
Fight your parents.
Weirdly,
It's interesting. So that
weirdly specific advice there, cards.
So this is all about charity and generosity and giving. If you are in a position to do so, the best way you can better your relationship with your dad in the future is by giving and sharing. But you also have to be wary and ignore hesitation and ignore pride and be open to receiving assistance and receiving generosity, even when you wouldn't normally do so.
I think Wolf's got the slow nod of understanding going, as Dixie's speaking.
You want to roll dark?
Sure. That's a roll I don't get to make very often. I'm also bad at it.
Yay!
Oh, that don't stop me. Woo!
Let's see. Oh. Bad at it, she says. I got a 10.
Congratulations!
Which is good. So, real
Yeah.
quick story. We were playing a game yesterday.
Yeah.
We were playing Monster of the Week,
Mhm.
and I'm pretty sure the highest roll I made the whole time was like an 8.
Oh, you were
Mo-
saving them.
I rolled two like partial successes the whole time, and everything else was just failures. And I'm just like, why does this dice bot hate me?
Yeah, I'm 90% sure just Tatsu does not like team sexual tension.
No. Anyway, continuing.
So, you think about what Dixie said, and you think about how you want the relationship with your dad to get better. And I think the thing that you need to think about is how outside individuals affect your relationship with your dad, not just you and your dad. And if you're going to make this better, you are going to have to work with other people to you have to work with other people. And you can you take one forward on addressing that.
Cool. Just because I forget, it's a Thursday in game.
It is a Thursday, yes, pep rally Thursday.
All right, cool.
Game tomorrow.
Big game. Liberge football.
Woo. Also gym.
Gym.
Great.
Lumberjanes gym class. Hey, Corey. Corey, did you want to go check out the sing-songy vampire area?
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Cool.
Whirlwind attack.
So you go check out the sing-songy vampire area.
While I walk there, can I contemplate something to the darkness void of the world?
Sure, but I'll give you less screen time by doing so.
No, I'll do it later.
Okay. So, I'm glad that made you happy, Rob.
Saying it like it is, you get the conditioned blunt.
Like, if that's what you want to do, that's what we'll do. I'm just probably not going to do another thing. That's all.
No. I want to see what your intention with this vampire sing-along is.
So you head towards the vampire sing-along, which is now its official name, and there's other performers up on the stage right now. They've got the big silks tied to this central pillar. Don't worry about how it works. It's kind of like a giant gazebo. And the people who spin and fall from the silks are doing their acrobatics. It's very cool. And so there's some people watching. Most of them are eating at the same time, because that's what happens at these random stages, is people need to find a place to eat, and so they go and they watch a show, and hopefully they donate money at the end anyway, even though they really just wanted a place to eat. All right, that's Ren Fair life. It's a tough life, and this is how we deal with it. So you go over anyway, go to check things out, and you see Ingrid, actually. Ingrid is walking around selling flowers. And she sees you, and she gives you a little wave. And she's not really close to you yet. And she mouths to you from like across the audience. She says, "Where's Crina?"
Corey will like mouth back, "At a meeting."
And you see her like sell a couple of flowers, and she's clearly working her way over to you unless you like run away.
No.
Okay.
Let it happen, yeah.
Are you gonna like watch the acrobats?
Yeah, I think he does. You've got hot people swinging off of silk. This seems up Corey's alley.
Cool. And you watch the hut people on the silk, and Ingrid finally gets to you, and she goes, "Did you say at a meeting?"
Like meeting up with people.
Oh, like friends.
Yeah. And her dad's around or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever met her dad.
Yeah, you did. You were at the party.
Oh, right. He was very happy and encouraging people to drink.
Yeah.
Right, I remember that now.
Mhm.
Um. Oh, well, that's cool. You didn't want to be there?
I mean, I don't want to suffocate her. You know, let her have her own things.
Cool. Cool. That's cool.
Respect her space.
Yeah, you gotta like respecting the space and all.
Yeah, we're like officially dating now, so yeah, that's like a thing.
Do I congratulate you for that?
Do you want to?
Not really. I feel like you
Really?
should have done that a while ago.
I mean, eh.
And while you're talking, someone comes up behind you and taps you on the shoulder.
Oh, sorry. One second. Now, like, turn around.
And you see this person, and they bow to you, and the audience knows that this is Sebastian. And they come back up and they say, I am sorry to interrupt, but you are incredibly distracting.
I am very good looking.
You are very good looking. That is what I was thinking to myself. Incredibly good looking person.
Yeah.
It says, what, can I ask what you are doing here at this Ren fair?
Enjoying the spectacle.
He takes out a wallet and he pulls out $20 and he hands it to Ingrid and he says, a rose for the fine looking gentleman. The gentleman, is that correct?
Yeah, yes, yeah. I'm a dude.
And he says, please tell me. I feel like I haven't seen you before, but I get the sense that you could work here. You must have a bigger connection to this place.
I work at the library, and the head librarian is the head joust person here.
Oh, yes. I've seen him. I think
Mr. Mulhair.
Someone said that the librarian is here. That's interesting. Are you going to stick around for a minute? I'm part of the next show.
Yeah, I was actually looking forward to the next show. I heard it was very good.
Oh, who told you that?
Just a friend of a friend.
Oh, interesting.
No, you're quite good looking yourself. And Corey will like reach out and like take this individual's chin in their hand and sort of tilt it up a little to like angle it. Yep, good on both sides. Could shoot you from any angle.
I forget now that it's not a bad idea for me to have dice out.
Uh-oh. Can I roll hot if I'm tilting him and complimenting him?
Let's see if you can.
All right.
His turnoffs include garlic.
Yeah, you do very smell like. You do smell a lot
Just
like
a little.
garlic.
Just a little.
Have you been spending time with a garlic spirit?
That's interesting. So you reached over and you touched his face, right?
Yeah, I like tilted his chin up a little. I'm like doing like that.
And I think when you touch his face, he draws back for a second, and he kind of like kind of twitches his nose a little.
You shy there?
What'd you say?
He said, "Oh, are you shy there?"
And he says, "No, there's just Are you okay?"
Me? I'm fine. And he's gonna like wipe away at like the marks on the back of his neck.
It's just something new about you. that I didn't notice before. And Ingrid goes, dude, are you all right? to Sebastian, not to you. Because you're being weird now.
Yeah, I thought you were looking to like hook up or something, but now that's a little strange.
She says, no, I'm a performer, and...
That was a 10, by the way.
To what?
You said I could roll hot.
I said maybe.
We said
Oh,
maybe.
Aw.
So here's the deal.
Mhm.
I'll let you choose, okay?
Okay.
I was going to have your action cancel his action, okay? Essentially, you've put him off so much that he can't focus. But if that's the case, then I don't think Roll Hot's going to work. So either his action works and then you get to be hot, or neither action works. Which would you rather?
His action work.
Okay, great. Let's do his action first then. His action was hypnotic. So he
I just saw Stephanie's face like, wrong answer, Corey.
bites through the
Love it.
uncomfortableness. And he gets a 10 on hypnotic.
Cool.
And he looks right in your eyes. And he says, tell me why you're really here.
My girlfriend's in a meeting and I'm hanging out.
Oh. And what was your hot roll? You said 10 as
10.
well, right?
Yeah.
So you get a string on Sebastian. Congratulations.
Yeah. Oh, I get a whole new column.
And you'll say, I can help you protect your girlfriend. Meet me
What?
after the show by the turkey legs.
Why would I need to protect her?
If you don't know, then you can't possibly help. And he
Wait, what's
dramatically
your what's your name? What's your name?
moves to the stage as the vampire sing-along starts, which is not what they call it, but it's what we call it now.
Yeah.
Cool, that's fun.
Yeah, Corey also buys a flower. He gets the one that the guy bought him, but he also buys
You
like
gotta
a really
keep that
pretty.
one, that's for you.
Yeah, that's his. But he also gets like a pretty blue flower
Great.
of some kind for Crina.
Great. Ingrid actually only charges $5 for a flower, so
Oh, that somehow makes it hotter. And Corey's gonna wait. He's intrigued by this stranger and what they know.
So when they do that bit where they invite people on stage, he goes to the opposite end of the audience. It's like in the round, and the vampire or the singer who comes down near you, like gets close to you, and then like suddenly veers to the right and grabs somebody.
Interesting.
Yeah. Cool. So we've come full circle now.
Corey takes a little bit of water and rubs at his neck. Like, get rid of this. No. Just no.
I love it.
There's an Italian up from Providence. Be careful around that one.
Oh, the chat has been chatting. I haven't been paying attention at all.
I mean, it's half me. Don't worry about
okay.
it.
What are they chatting about?
Well, the last thing that was said is last thing was Ashley going, "Okay, Brian."
Well, because you were like the vampire or the singer, like okay, Brian.
Not all of the singers are vampires.
But all
But all
vampires are
vampires
singers.
are singers.
I also pointed out that Corey only called Bridget a friend of a friend.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Well, he's not. He doesn't know who people know, and he's not going to be like my friend Bridget. He's not that.
That's
You
funny.
just said my friend.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I just think that you stink a little bit like Faye to the vampire too, and it's just like,
I
ugh,
think he smells like vampire and fae quite a bit.
and garlic.
Garlic Faye.
So we're going back
Garlic
full circle.
vampire fae.
We're going back to Crina. Crina,
Garlic
you finished
sugar.
your meeting. You've got your band of merry misfits.
I would be like, oh, okay, it's over. And return to Alistair and be like, how, is it okay?
Yeah, you did great.
Are you sure?
You were
I don't-
firm. You didn't let them bully you. You remembered what we went over. You were wonderful, princess.
What? Why am I like really afraid and my heart's like beating 1,000,000 miles an hour though?
Oh, that is adrenaline from your human
Oh,
hound.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's like when I drank too much coffee and didn't eat anything.
Oh, well, I know how to fix that.
Okay, let's eat something.
What?
I want to eat. Yeah, let's eat.
Yeah,
I assume
great.
that's how you're saying we're gonna fix it.
Oh, I was going to get you alcohol, but we can do both.
Oh yeah.
Great. And he'll again offer his arm to you.
All right, we'll take it.
Says, "What are you hungry for, princess? The entire fair is your
Cheesecake
kitchen.
on a stick, and then fried ice cream on a stick, and then key lime pie on a stick.
Many things on sticks."
Yeah. Yeah, there's steak on a steak. It's not a stick. They call it steak, but it's because it's funny.
Very well.
Let them.
Let's see. I want to start bringing people back together. Let's have.
Bridget.
Judgy. Just.
Oh, Alistair wanted to check out Dixie, didn't he? I could suggest we go over towards the fortune teller. He wasn't sure about Dixie.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just keeping all the little things straight. So,
And Baslin in the chat's like, sugar on a stick? Stick on a stick? My local bread fair has not yet found a way to do that, but I'm sure they're working on it.
Sugar on a stick, it's really simple.
I think I don't want to do Dixie.
Okay.
We've done Dixie.
All right.
I
I was thinking more to get to Wolfe and
No, I hear you.
Donovan.
I think you go and you get your various sticks, and as you're getting your sticks, let's have let's have we'll do Wolfe and Donovan. Let's have Wolfe and Donovan. Will because they're just sort of wandering around doing fun things. They also they come towards you, and Alice just by habit, and Alistair says, "Okay, princess, I see the vampire. How do you want to play this?"
Wait, which vampire? I'm gonna start like looking around.
Right. The friend vampire, Donovan vampire.
Oh, right, yes. We're supposed to pretend we don't know each other. We decided that was safer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Donovan would be like glancing and like eyes go wide a little and then like trying to turn them away because he thinks they're supposed to avoid them.
Okay. So let's say Donovan sees them before Wolfe does, and Wolfe, you're walking down the path, looking at all the things, and all of a sudden Donovan kind of like changes angle with you. Donovan, I want you to roll cold for me.
Okay.
Gonna keep your cool. See how nonchalant this turn is, or how very chalant it is.
12.
12.
Super
That is
nonchalant.
superbly nonchalant. In fact, it is so nonchalant that you activate your Zach from Saved by the Bell powers, and you get insight for being so cool.
Nice.
I feel like he chose that reference specifically for you, Rob.
Oh, I got it.
I know, but that's not a reference he would have used with any of the rest of them.
No, I mean, I didn't. I honestly, that one wasn't specifically for Rob. Sometimes they are, but that one, I was because that's what's I'm not going to explain Saved by the Bell to the audience right now, because That is just not worth anyone's time. So you get to ask me any question. I'll tell you no lies.
Hmm.
The girls are in the boys' bathroom.
I was just thinking that.
I
You have no questions about the situation?
You don't get to save it.
I'm
You
trying
don't
to think.
get
Let's
save
see.
it.
Well, let's see. You see Crina.
Oh.
No, she went to this meeting.
Wait. I need my reference material. Come on. Who poses the biggest threat to Crina? Kind of taking a twist on the heightened senses questions.
Ooh, that is a really good question.
Thank you.
Biggest threat to Crina?
It's the sugar sickness, isn't it?
Just gonna get
Because
too
I have
confident.
to choose, you know?
It's Crina herself.
It's
Too much
Bridget.
sugar.
No, it's not Bridget.
It's hypnotize Alistair. Ooh.
Crina will be the biggest threat to you.
I think it's Sebastian.
Yeah. It's what Donovan was afraid of.
Hey, you get one forward to acting on that information, which is very similar to the one forward you already have on acting on
Yeah.
information.
Handling family, stopping Sebastian
But
v.
the,
Crina.
the nice thing is, Wolfe, it seems very natural. It's like,
Yeah,
oh
just-
yeah,
we're
the
going this
road-
way now.
We're going this way now.
Yeah.
No worries. Crina, you get
Yeah.
your many sticks, and that is when you are approached by a knight, full helmet on, and he says, "You there," and he points at you with his gauntlet.
Yes?
That is an awful lot of sticks.
You're like double fisting and both hands got 2 sticks. Yeah?
But
I'm
why?
hungry!
Why would you choose so many stick-like foods? Are you trying to usurp the king via sticks?
Is the king threatened by sticks?
I think he starts laughing. He breaks character just like I did. And he flips his visor up, and it's Harold.
Oh, hi, Harold!
He goes, a lot of people are threatened by sticks. You can use sticks for a lot of things.
Like delicious food. I'm like a giant bite out of like the cheesecake.
And he goes, how's everybody doing? You guys having a good time?
Yeah.
And he looks at Alistair, and he's like, "Hey, you look familiar."
Oh, this is Alistair. He's a new student.
He goes,
Well, we've known
"Oh,
each other. Like his family knows my dad's family.
oh, okay." Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's something else there. Alistair goes, No, I know Crina's family, but I am not from around here. Just have one of those faces. Goes, oh, okay. I got a bit I gotta go do. I'll see you around.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bye.
walks off.
I think I will like juggle my various sticks
Mm-hmm.
and my phone, and I will text Corey
Yep.
and say, "All done. Where are you?"
And you get that text right as the dance number is ending, Corey.
Oh, just finishing the dance thing. Where are you at? I'll meet you after I run to the bathroom.
I'm like very confused by this. Like, what dance?
The stage dance.
I just think for a minute, be like, turkey leg? Question mark. Or probably actually just like an emoji, but like they don't
It's a
do turkey
turkey
legs. It's
leg
just like
emoji?
it's a chicken leg emoji.
Yeah.
But like question
Oh.
mark, like put like a turkey and then the chicken leg emoji question mark.
Nah, honey cake?
Okay. And then it's just like honey cake, honey cake, honey cake, honey cake,
Yeah.
honey cake. Like,
Yeah. And I think Alistair would have offered to help you, but I think Alistair has the booze.
yeah, and he knows better than to try to take food out of Crina's
No,
hand.
he's not gonna.
Yeah, I was about to say that's how you get bit. You get bit. Corey learned that a lot in the beginning of them not dating. But Corey,
Great. Yeah, you want what's up? What's up, Corey? What?
he ain't going to the bathroom, and you know that.
No. Are you gonna go meet with Sebastian?
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk to Bridget first. Bridget.
No, go for it.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Bridget. So,
Hi.
Tanya left, and I think that's when Viridius enters.
Okay.
And he's got, you know, those comically thin but tall plastic beer containers you see?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's got 2 of those.
Okay. I
Um,
think Bridget is just finishing tying her wish onto the tree.
Yeah. And he comes over and he says, Bridget, excellent, I found you.
Oh, hey, Crina's dad.
Please. That's fine, actually. He goes, I brought you alcohol.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he'll hand you one.
Okay. I'll take it and I'll offer him like a cheers.
Oh, he'll give a little cheers. So he's actually filled this up with Fey mead. It's usually filled with like cheap beer, but this is not what's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, they usually sell this stuff they usually sell similar things by like the shot glass here, you know.
Yeah. I don't think Bridget drinks like really enough to notice. Like she's like, "Oh, this is really good."
He goes, "Oh yes, it is. I drink good things." And he'll drink from here. So like a few big gulps, and then he reaches out with his free hand and he touches your ribbon. And he says, "Oh, good wish."
Oh, does that actually work?
And he goes, "If I tell you, it won't come true."
Oh.
No, I'm joking. I can't tell a wish just by rubbing a ribbon. That would be ridiculous.
Oh.
I know your wish because this is an enchanted glade and I used to be the Fey King.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
And he goes, Bridget, you know that my daughter likes you.
Yeah, I know.
So you know then that you don't have to change for other people.
But I don't know what I'm supposed to be for myself. So
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I mean, change if you want to. Just like, don't ask a vampire to bite you, alright?
oh, okay.
Just because that's going to get really awkward, you know? Like, you might have to leave town, and we might get in a fight one day, and I'll win.
I wouldn't be too sure. I think Bridget just gives him a smile.
He'll smile at that, and he goes, okay, all right, well, I'll tell you what, you keep being good friends with my daughter, and maybe when you're a little older, we find some ways to, I don't know, use some magic. But for now, you keep changing yourself with like human ways, okay?
Okay.
Have you ever had bird wings?
No.
Oh, it's fun. We should do that at some point.
Can we do that now?
No. No, absolutely not. We're in the middle of a human festival.
I think Bridget is a little bit drunk already.
Great. And he's gonna sort of like put his arm around you, and he goes, "Let's go watch people play rigged games, Bridget."
Can we throw some axes?
Oh, we can absolutely throw axes. And he says, "In fact, would you like me to teach you how to throw your giant sword?"
Wait, I can do that?
You can do that.
Yes.
Just remember, when you throw a giant sword, you then have to go get it. You know. Parental advice from Viridius.
Parental advice
That's a
from the
mood.
King of the Fae.
That's a mood. You do have to go get it.
All right, so Corey, you go to the turkey stand,
Yar.
and Sebastian wanders up after the crowd sort of filters away, and he sees you, and he stays like 4 feet away this time, and he goes, "Do you
Corey's
really
gonna
know what's going on in these meetings, Corey?"
Well, that's just not fair. What's your name?
Because I would have thought you would know my name by now.
I've got a good guess, but I'd rather hear it from the bat's mouth.
Wow, that is racist. So I'm not a bat. I don't do the bat thing.
Sorry.
It's all right. I don't expect you to know. You don't even know my name. Oh! He does that specifically.
Sebastian.
I want you to know.
Yeah. Sebastian. Sebastian?
I can't tell what you're saying.
Sebastian?
Oh, Sebastian.
Yeah.
He goes, "Hey, you got it. Good job."
Yeah, hole in one.
I don't know if it counts when you hesitate that much, but all right. So,
And Corey's gonna take like a step closer.
great. And he's going to take a step back.
I thought you wanted to share.
You smell awful.
Wait, what? Why do I
You
smell awful?
Smell awful, like dead things.
Excuse me? Do you want to elaborate on that?
I don't. It being very straightforward. There's something about you on your person right now. You smell like decay. It is pungent.
Is
once
that
you notice
how
it.
you smell?
No. No, I'm not decaying.
No, it's not. That's. What do you
Listen.
want to tell me?
I don't know that I want to tell you anything. This is getting weird.
It's getting very weird and uncomfortable, which is a shame because you're very hot.
I am, and so are you. Granted.
Yes, we are
Okay.
both equally very hot.
In other circumstances, we would be having fun right now.
Yes.
Okay. Now that that is out of the way, I thought you were here, wanted to help your girlfriend. That's why I wanted to talk to you.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think she's probably going to start a war.
And what makes you think that?
Well, I kind of heard that she shut down the negotiations pretty darn quick.
And, like, there's a moment where Corey's like, God damn it. Like, in his, like, you can see, like, in his head, he's like, ah, shit. I see. And why is it this so important? This little town of really not that much that it's worth going to war over.
So why? How could this town possibly be not that much unless you really don't know what's been going on in this town?
The interesting things in this town have been removed.
He walks away.
I follow him.
Great.
Yeah. Corey
All
just
right.
straight up follows. Yeah, he follows him.
You're just gonna follow him?
Yeah, I'm gonna like move a little faster and touch him on the shoulder and be like, I wasn't done talking.
He goes. He looks over. He'll stop. He'll look over his shoulder and he'll say, "Don't touch me. You're gonna get weird shit on me."
What? Well, explain then. What do you mean I smell like death?
I don't know how else to explain that. You smell like
Yeah.
rotting.
But what causes that?
I don't know. Have you been? Are you a necrophiliac?
Ugh, no.
You smell like death. It's gross.
Yeah, no, that sounds very gross.
Okay, cool. I thought you had been training with somebody. You should know why you smell like death.
How do you know I was training with someone?
Oh, I know all sorts of shit about you, kid.
Oh, so then what do you know?
I'm not. Oh my gosh, why would I just start listing things I know?
Well,
about
apparently you like Bridget and you don't want there to be issues.
Listen, if you really want to keep people safe, you need to get Crina to reconsider. There's got to be some leeway here.
Why is this so important to you?
I don't want to kill a bunch of people. It's a pain in the ass, at the very least.
Yeah, but why do you have to kill if this isn't done? Why can't you just come back in another 10 years?
Oh, you mean like me as in like the family?
Yes.
He says, because this valley is a place of power, and it just became even bigger. The lines have shifted. That's really all you need to know. I mean, that's a lot. Why did I even tell you that?
I'm very disarmingly good looking.
You are very good looking.
It makes people talk.
Like, you must be, like, stacked under that.
Yeah, and like Corey like lifts the shirt up and just abs.
He goes, you're cut.
I am very cut and I work very hard at it.
Good for you.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's an effort.
All right. You gotta find, like, a new scent, though.
Yeah, no, that's really disconcerting. No one has told me that, and I'm kind of concerned.
You should talk to your mentor dude about that.
Yeah, I will. Thank
Great.
you.
So yeah.
Thank you for thank you for the rose.
Oh,
Didn't get
you're
to say that
welcome.
before. You walked away.
Well, I had things to do. All right, are we done now? Because this is really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Great.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Sebastian walks away.
Yeah, Corey lets him. Goes to the honey cake stand.
Great. We're gonna take a break. Now that we've gotten all the fun out of the way, we'll come back and do, I don't know, we're still gonna have fun. I don't know why I said it like that, but I've got like nothing now, so now it's all on the players. They have to make everything up from this point on. It's gonna be fantastic. Yeah, that's it.
I
We're going
just
to
assumed
break.
if we had done the fun, now came the murder.
It might be murder.
I mean,
Bridget's
it can
gonna
be.
be throwing a sword, and
I'm-
she's
I'm-
drunk.
I'm just
Yeah,
waiting
there's gonna
for
be
people
drunk.
to
I
fail some
don't
rolls.
even lift that sword. Like
It's
that's
gonna
like
be
a
great.
Bridget's
huge
strong.
sword.
She's a farm girl and a cheerleader. She's got muscles.
She broke her
Muscles?
yardstick.
Muscles. That's what I said.
muscles. All right, bye everybody. Goodbye. We'll be back in a bit.
Yeah, we'll be back in a bit. Hey,
See you real soon.
repost who your bets on who's going.
Oh, yeah, Darkest Self.
because I don't want to scroll all the way back up. All right, bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Giggity.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Monster Heart Mondays, the greatest Monday since Monsterhearts. And
Facts.
we like you all. I saw your guesses on the Darkest Self pitch. Now we just have to make it happen. So let's see what is gonna happen here. I would like to turn to my lovely cast and say, it's getting a little later in the day. There's only so much Ren Fair left on this great Thursday. Does anybody, by show of hands, have something they want to do at the Ren Fair? We got 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3. Okay.
I think Bridget's gonna throw swords, but I don't think we need to have a scene for it.
Oh,
Like,
we're
just
having that scene.
Okay, then we're having that scene.
Okay. let's start with Rob this time. Rob, what would you like to do?
Donovan wants to talk to Wolfe about trying to find Sebastian because he's a threat to Crina.
Great. Let's do that scene. Great. So y'all are watching people dip their hands in wax so that they can pay a lot of money for trash.
What?
Right,
It's so called out.
Red
I
Bear
feel
hot take.
so called out.
Listen, you know how cheap wax is?
As someone who has never been into a Ren fair before, what does that mean?
So you put your
Big
hand in
black
hot wax,
hand.
and
Yeah,
they
my God.
they take
Yeah.
your hand out, and then you have a copy of your hand, and they charge like $20 or
Oh.
Yeah, but it takes like half a fucking hour because you have to dip it like 80 times in the clear
Yeah,
wax,
yeah.
and then you got to dip it like 20 times in the colors.
That's so weird.
It's weird. It is.
Fun.
People do it like they hold hands, and then you have a cast of your hands together, and it's
It's
cute.
very fun. Yeah. Stephanie, next year. Listen. Stephanie,
Aid
next
is
year.
not
All
convinced.
right, come to Maryland. We have a great Ren fair here.
So you're watching people do this, and it's cute.
Yeah.
What do you say, Donovan? Go ahead. Initiative.
Hey, we could totally do this, and that would be fine. But I kind of think I want to find Sebastian and talk to him. I'm worried of what he's up to, and I think he's. I think that could be a problem for Crina.
Out of character, I cannot remember if Wolfe knows who Sebastian is.
Oh, yeah. Bridget, I think, told you in the parking lot.
Okay. We'll just like look at these hand wax dipping people, have the same kind of like confused and not sold expression on his face, and be like, "Wait, you think Crina's in danger?"
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I don't really trust much of the family anyway, but I'm worried about Sebastian talking to Bridget, and then kind of, I don't know, it's just this feeling I got.
Yeah, no, you think it'll be like okay for you? They're not gonna be angry to see you?
I mean, maybe I'm not expecting sunshine and roses, but
We'll figure it out, I'm sure. But yeah, I guess we should figure it out. I don't want Crina to be in danger.
no, I don't want anyone to be. Which, I mean, I don't want you to go off on your own, but just be wary as we hopefully find and talk to him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want you to talk to him alone either, so.
Yeah. And don't fall for his shit. They're gonna act all sweet and charming, and
Yeah,
it's all
I'll follow your lead.
all right. Cool. Great. Okay. I guess we gotta find him first anyway.
Yeah, and I think Wolfe is gonna take Donovan's hand and give it kind of like a reassuring squeeze and be like, "Hey, it'll be all right. We'll figure it out."
And I actually brought something that maybe you should hold on to.
Okay.
Let's just go to the side here for a minute, kind of out of general look.
Yeah.
And Donovan's gonna like pull out like pant leg or something, and I'd like him to be presenting the Fey dagger that he got at the end of the first season.
Ooh.
To have Wolfe hold on to. So he holds the dagger in like the small sheath that Donovan originally got before they left the Castile compound.
Cool.
Just in case. Just in case.
That was out of character, not Wolfe being like, "That's cool." But no, he'll be like, "Okay, yeah, just in case," and he'll like take it and like try to stow it somewhere hidden.
Keep it in your pants.
Who do you think I am, Corey?
I mean, don't keep it. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay. And then they go off to try to find Sebastian. I
Cool.
guess
Yeah.
if Donovan kind of has heard of the, theater music group, then he would generally guide in that direction to go looking. But
Yeah, you go looking. Go looking. While you're looking, let's check in and see what Crina really wants to do.
I want to stop by and say hi to my mom. Either with or
Oh,
without Corey. Or whatever Corey feels like.
Yeah, Corey's happy to be there.
Okay. So yeah, you meet up. Well, first you have to meet up with Corey because we didn't get to see that.
Right.
So let's do that first. So you meet up with Corey at the
Honey cake.
Honey Cakes.
Cake.
Right.
I think Crina definitely beats him there. It is like halfway through a slice of cake.
Great.
I think Corey smirks and leans in to like jokingly take a bite of the cake that she has.
Crina will actually let you. She'll hold the fork out.
Shock! Knock it off! I just what Corey like hi, and like you've thrown him off balance here, and he just like thrusts the blue flower towards you, and you'll notice he has like a red rose like in his corner little pocket on his leather jacket.
Is this for me?
Yeah, Ingrid was selling
Yeah.
flowers.
Aw. I will like figure out like I'll just like shove the cake in my mouth really fast with like a very like chipmunk cheeks. Start
Mhm.
like braiding it into my hair.
Yeah, that was quick. Are you like on
Yeah.
lunch break?
No, they said they were done. I don't know. We were sitting down, and then they stood up, and I was like, "Oh, are you done? Do you not want to talk about anything else?" And he was like, "No, I think we're done here." And so then I stood up, and then we were done.
Crina did excellent.
Corey like looks at Alistair like, you sure that, bud?
He seems quite confident.
It was a little scary, but
Hey,
But-
I'm
but I
sure
did it.
you did great. Do
tried.
you wanna? I have. Do you have anything you want to do?
yeah. Let's go talk to Mom.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go see your mom. Then we could go meet Mr. Mulhair after for a second.
And probably don't have to collect Dad, but we should definitely collect Bridget before we leave.
Dad's with Dad. Oh God, your dad. Your dad's with Bridget.
Yeah. Like, if nothing else, he'll get her home safe, but like we should still like not abandon her at the Red Fair.
Yeah, no, that.
She's probably really drunk. He probably brought something from the Fey realm across.
Yeah, that might be good. She kind of got angry, like, and they're walking and talking. I imagine
Yeah.
right. Eva's booth. She kind of got upset with me. Apparently, the stuff Mr. Mulhair was doing might have been a little dangerous. If she's not hypnotized, but she might have felt like just like a burning sensation. Apparently, if she had
That's
lot.
not okay.
Yeah, I'm starting to have some
Also,
concerns
Dad
here.
said she was fine.
I'm starting to
So, question for you, Ryan.
Yes.
Does Corey smell bad to me?
No, he doesn't smell bad to you.
Do I?
Does he perhaps smell strongly of garlic?
I don't.
No,
think
he wiped
it's-
it off.
I don't think it smells that strongly. I think you would have to like go to kiss him on the neck for you to notice. You know.
He did wipe it down with water.
You did.
Okay.
Implied more Dracar Noir.
I think we make it over to our
Great.
my mom.
Yeah, and you see your mom like wrapping up a magic wand for a kid,
Aw.
and she goes, "Ah, look at you, 3.
Mom.
How's everything?"
It's good. It's spend some time together at the fair.
Excellent. Good.
I think I still have my arm through Alistair's arm, holding drink, and
Okay.
I'm holding hands with Corey.
Okay. That works. And
Business going well?
oh yes, business is going very well. Magic wands are still big.
Great.
Awesome.
It's good.
So, don't freak out, but Dad's at the fair.
I know.
You know?
Yes, I heard him scream.
He screamed like
What?
for help.
No, hold on. You'll hear it if you just don't talk for like a second.
I'll stop.
Everyone stops and like waits, and within like 10 seconds, you hear kind of a faint sound. He goes, "That's him."
You recognize his huh.
Oh, absolutely.
Corey, just stop. We're gonna stop that train of thought right there. Yeah, okay. Hey, some big news, Mom.
What? What?
I'm gonna look at Corey and I'll like squeeze his hand and then he says, so.
Or it's like literally mouthing, "I didn't get her pregnant.
What? What is he?
He's mouthing, "I didn't get her pregnant."
Oh God. I don't think that's where Eva's mind would have gone, but now you've planted that idea.
Right now she's like staring at Corey.
But he didn't plant the seed.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Rob, for picking up the fruit that I left on the ground. For a reason.
I'm gonna beat it.
He's making apple
It's a
sauce.
horse-shaped fruit.
Yeah.
No, it'll turn to and say, well, Corey's my boyfriend now.
Raises the
Like,
hands.
for real.
Yeah, we're like using the terms boyfriend and girlfriend.
Congratulations. And she'll come over and she goes to hug. Crina, do you let go of anyone?
No, I think I like lean in and like to hug her with
Right,
my
and
shoulders.
she does, and she just hugs you and Corey.
Corey like stiffens for a moment and then like hugs back a little.
Okay.
Alistair's just kind of like there awkwardly, like still arm in arm with me.
I think he just takes it with stride. This is a thing that humans do. It's fine. And she goes, well, I hope you're not having too much fun now that everything's official. At the fair. Because it's a fun place.
Oh!
Oh. Hmm.
Don't get drunk at the fair. I'll get in trouble. You're minors.
I'll just like look down at my drink and then look over at Alistair.
I haven't had a drink.
I'm not drunk.
I'm driving.
Good. That's good. And she looks at Alistair and she goes, keep them safe or I'll kill you.
I can keep Crina safe.
And she just sort of smiles at you, Corey, and nods her head.
Which I think is what Crina and Alistair do too.
Yeah.
No, I am trained. I tagged Tanya the other day.
He did accidentally
Capable of
stab
thing.
Tanya because she was spying on us.
With Cold Steel.
Yeah, the bad one.
Yeah.
Has she challenged you to a duel yet?
No.
She better not. It's her own fault.
Your
Shouldn't have been
mom
spying.
looks distinctly nervous.
You know?
She was spying on us when she wasn't supposed to be, and I've told her before to not do it. and
Yeah, she
shouldn't
almost
went
saw some
there.
stuff.
It's her own fault.
Hmm.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I can handle myself.
Let's go see what Dad's doing.
Well, can before that, let's go find Mr. Mulhair real quick.
Alright.
I need to ask him something. Bye, Ava. Hope the day keeps going well.
Yeah, okay, great.
I'll probably be home late.
Yeah, I'm probably keeping her tonight.
I think she's just beside herself and she goes back to her little shop. And oh my gosh. Bridget. Viridius is at the axe throwing place with you.
Uh-huh.
But instead of throwing axes, he's teaching you how to chuck your sword at somebody.
Okay.
You know, talking about how it's all about the wrist movement at the very end because you don't want it to spin. You want it to go straight, but you can't really throw it like a javelin. That doesn't work. And how you have to scream when you're throwing it, or else the muscles in your body don't move properly.
Okay.
And taking sips the whole time with you.
Yeah, I think Bridget is drinking too while she's listening and just kind of like nodding along, like, uh-huh.
Great.
Uh-huh.
I would like you to make a volatile check for me.
Before I do that,
Oh, yes.
I think Bridget like picks up her sword and like she's had her sword and like held it when she first got it. But like now she's like looking at this target she's about to attack, and I think she hasn't held a sword in anger since she stabbed Zeus. And I think she should roll dark. Like I feel like some memories might be coming back.
Oh, really? Well, if you're gonna roll dark and not cold to keep your cool, then you've got to tell me what you're looking for.
I think I'm looking, like, I think there's something in the back of her mind, like, I've done this before, and I think she's reaching for, like, that memory.
Oh, because because that memory specifically is one that you did not recover. Okay.
Right, yeah.
By all means, then roll dark.
Like, I think Crina told her what happened, and other people have, but she doesn't remember being there. Wow, that's a good roll. That is I rolled a 10, and I have a -1 dark, so a 9.
Okay, great. So you get confusing and alarming visions, which is fantastic because it was a confusing and alarming time that you're remembering. So I think you remember it perfectly, except in like jarring cutscene ways. And so it is like emotionally draining remembering it. When you like come out of the memory, I think Viridius is sort of just watching you, waiting for you to like calm down. But he's right there next to you, and he took your sword from you, so you couldn't throw it. Like he saw you like having a moment.
Okay. Does the Abyss show me what I must become?
You got that move now, don't you?
Yeah.
To come. Hold on a second. I want to look at the move. When you gaze into the abyss will show you what you must become. It's so hard because. Well, the way today is going, I think if any stat, it's so hard to say. I don't like this move because it makes me make choices.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Well, I think the abyss. The abyss is showing you right now. Let's do this from the viewpoint of the abyss. What the abyss is showing you right now is it's showing you your physical self. I think it's saying that if you want to reclaim that, you've got to bring your volatile up.
I think that sounds like what I want to do too.
Okay. What two are you going to swap?
Hot and volatile.
Wow, you're going to bring your volatile up to 30, huh?
Uh-huh. It's going to be fine.
Okay. All right, Vern.
I think Bridget like kind of comes out of it, and I think her blood is pumping, and she has some of that anger she had in that moment when she stabbed Zeus, and I think she's going to try and snatch her sword from Viridius.
Bad.
Roll volatile.
Okay. I rolled 10, and I have a +3.
Great. You do. You grab it right out of his, like super cleanly too, to the point where he's obviously surprised. And he's gonna be like, "Hey, Bridget, just trying to make sure you're okay, not taking things from you."
and I want to wheel without even responding to him and throw it at the target.
I think I'm gonna let your volatile ride. Are you gonna
Okay.
scream like he told you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, great. So, you scream and you chuck it and you do it. You do it just like he told you to do, and it works. Like he was giving you good instruction. And your sword, while it's not like perfectly on the red dot in the center, it's sticking out of the board, not that far from it, and like boom. It's and Viridius is nodding his head, like almost a little nervous. And I want to say that everyone but Donovan, and I'm sorry, Donovan, I'm weird. I'm not intentionally pointing you out. I think everyone but Donovan notices or hears the Bridget scream. And I'll tell you why, Donovan. I'm not trying to single you out, but Corey and Crina were just specifically listening to that scream, and I think Wolfe just knows
those
Bridget,
screams well.
Bridget too well.
Bridget screams well.
Just like
Not necessarily her scream, but Bridget. You know, like that's Bridget.
Gross.
Yeah. You're gross for going there. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I wasn't even thinking of it that way.
So with that in mind,
Giggity.
raise your hand if you want to act on that information.
When you say act,
Like, are you just gonna keep looking for Sebastian, or do you want to do something else now?
I think the extent of Wolf's acting on it would be like talking to Donovan. He won't
Okay.
like actively go
That's
to
fine.
like.
So we'll hold on to that idea for a second. You two are
She's-
still good looking for
She sounds angry, right? Like
I would say angry is
not afraid.
No, I don't think it sounds fearful.
Yeah. Then I would be like, oh, I wonder what she's doing with Dad.
Yeah, Corey knows she's with Viridius.
Oh,
he's
yeah, great.
Like,
Bridget has got this.
Yeah,
This all sounds fine.
great.
Be like,
Great.
I'm looking
Viridius.
forward to seeing what's going on.
So let's cut to Wolfe then. Wolfe, go ahead. Tell Donovan what you heard.
Yeah, so he'll hear this like Bridget war scream,
Mm-hmm.
and like I think he like pauses, like he noticeably like looks in whatever direction it is,
Mhm.
and he'll just be like, "Did you hear that?"
Hear what? The shouting?
Yeah, Bridget sounded very angry.
Oh. Like you think something's wrong?
No, I mean she didn't sound afraid.
Maybe she's jousting?
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I think Bridget can take chances if she wants to.
Okay. She's probably fine. She's a big girl, right?
So
She's
that,
with the
of
others.
course, Donovan, is the moment that you and Sebastian see each other.
Is it like from afar? Is it like
Yeah.
they
like-
lock eyes
Yeah.
across the
And
crowd?
you can tell, like, he just happened to see you, and he notices that you see him. You know?
And Donovan will just smile slightly and like gesture to the side and go walking like in between a couple tents or something.
Okay.
And kind of like pull Wolf, hey, I saw him. And then start moving.
Okay. Is he coming over here?
He better.
Great. So you step between some tents, and within the minute, Sebastian is also stepping in with you, and he goes, "Oh, Donovan, and who's your friend?"
This is Wolf, my boyfriend. It's good to see you, Sebastian. I heard you were here.
It's good to see you too, Donovan.
I'm glad. You all still doing that lame Theater of the Vampires thing?
It's not what we call it. Okay.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of lame.
Roll cold.
12.
12. Great. Just to be clear, Wolfe, Sebastian immediately doesn't approve of you.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
He's used to it. It's fine. Whatever. Who needs approval?
Choose one. Well, choose two because you're Donovan.
I'll take a string.
Great. Sebastian, yeah.
I'll give him a condition of lame.
Oh, can we do
a different word?
Different one? Yeah, I don't.
Sure.
That has ableist connotations.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
It's all right.
Uncool.
Because we're changing it.
Okay, nobody liked my suggestion. I said uncool.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I was reading.
Uncool works.
Okay, great.
Joke's on Sebastian. You can't intimidate Wolfe by not approving. That's his normal state.
Whoops.
Um,
Wolf will work really hard to get Sebastian's approval.
so, Sebastian is gonna say, "What are you doing here, Donovan? This is an area that we stay away from."
Maybe you and the others, but I'm not part of the family anymore. I got out of that. I'm surprised you haven't gotten away from Vincenzo yet. Too hard to shake it?
I don't have any reason to leave.
I think you'd be happier without Daddy's oversight.
I think I would be happier surrounded by friends.
I think you would too. Or is it all just a game still? Just playing with people?
And you're not playing with people?
No, I'm not.
And he's gonna look at Wolfe and he's gonna say, "I'm so sorry." And he'll start to walk away.
Why are you apologizing to him?
You know why?
He knows what's going on.
You gonna follow him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think Wolf might even kind of follow after him, take a step forward, to follow after him before Donovan.
Okay, cool.
And he's just like, "Look, I don't know you, but whatever you think of Donovan, he's different now. He's not like that."
He'll turn and he'll look at you and he'll say, "Even if he's not using his abilities with you, no vampire is here by mistake." And he turns again.
You could leave them too. Have your own life. Be here. It's a good place.
He flips you off over his shoulder.
When you get the collar off and you want to be your own person, you let me know. Instead of just doing the dirty work of others.
Are you still following him, or are you shouting at this as he walks
Oh,
away?
I'm following him.
Okay. All right, Wolfe, you're going to keep up?
Yeah, of course.
And Sebastian's going to look over his shoulder. He's like, "Stop following me."
I need you to cut the shit.
I'm not the person here throwing shit about, all right? You know that I'm happy in my situation. You don't even want to address yours.
My situation?
Yeah, your situation. He'll stop now. You know,
I'm my own person now.
That's great.
I'm not answering to anybody.
No, you're answering to yourself with your own plans, with your own pawns.
I'm not making a pawn out of anybody. I'm more sad that you feel you still have to play that game.
if I'm the one playing the game, why are you following me?
Because I feel bad for you and I want better for you.
That is the most pathetic lie I've ever heard.
It's not a lie. You could have better. You could ask people for help. You could have your own life. You don't have to answer to Vincenzo. You don't have to do his bidding. You don't have to manipulate and play with people. You don't have to be a monster.
Follow me again. I'm going to punch you in the face. And he'll turn and walk away.
You let us know if you need something.
Are you following him?
Nope.
Okay.
I think once he's kind of like further away,
Mm-hmm.
Wolfe will turn to Donovan, and I think Donovan can probably tell that Wolfe is not happy with how that conversation went.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like overly like outwardly angry, but like he looks like he's fuming a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he just says like, that guy's an ass.
He's they I think they just want to keep going with what's comfortable and easy and an excuse. I mean, I was doing it for years, and then I was doing something else for years. It still wasn't working. But yeah, I mean, who likes being called out, right? But
I guess it was just
Sebastian tries to do anything to Bridget or Crina or anything. Our past is not going to excuse any of it. Won't allow it.
Were you guys like close?
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember out of character if
I couldn't
Donovan
remember either.
already said this.
I don't think
I
Donovan
should have checked.
I don't think Donovan has talked to Wolfe about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We dated involved for a long time. And I was involved with his sire for a while too.
And I think there's like this moment where Wolfe is just like staring at Donovan because he like doesn't know what to say. And he kind of like lets out this very quiet like huff, like sigh.
It's
And
all very blood and, you know, intimacy needs and messed up.
You're not like that anymore.
I don't want to
Wolfe, like,
be.
It's fine. We'll just be careful and watch out for him and, you know, not let them get close to Bridget or Crina or...
If they want something here, they're going to keep trying for it. We should go talk. We're not supposed to... We probably shouldn't talk to them here, but we're going to need to talk to them after. You want to get a turkey leg before we go? Or no, you probably shouldn't eat that then, huh? You want to sneak a dessert? Get one of the fried dough things with sugar and everything?
Do you want some fried dough?
We could split one?
I think Donovan can tell that Wolfe is not enthused about the idea. He's still kind of
We can just go then.
upset. And I think he's going to take...
What's wrong? What do you want to do?
I'm conflicted about how Wolfe is feeling right now, but
Pull my strings. Pull my...
no. It's more of how because part of him is angry because of like, oh, Donovan and Sebastian have a past together,
What?
and like Sebastian was an asshole, so he's angry about that. But he's also just like insecure now. He's like, oh no, his super hot boyfriend is here. But I think he's gonna settle on just saying, yeah, we should probably just go.
Okay. Let's go then.
And he'll like reach to take Donovan's hand and like hold his hand as they walk.
Sure. Yep. Donovan takes it.
Great. Cut to Corey and Crina going over to the jousting field to find Mr. Mulhare.
Yes.
And I think you find him talking to some fairgoers. He's still in his jousting uniform, but he's doing his bad English accent and, talking about how great the Green Knight is and this thing and that thing. And
Now, Corey looks almost a little less enthused to talk to him than he usually does.
Corey's worldview has been
He's getting
changed this
disillusioned.
afternoon.
He's getting some disillusioned a bit.
Right.
You okay, Corey?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just stuff. Do I? And he like leans in and whispers to Green. He's like, "Do I smell bad?" Like,
They get like a big old whiff, get like right up like on his body.
Mhm. And I think you do smell the garlic when you do that.
I mean, you smell like garlic.
do I maybe smell like decay?
No, just kind of like garlic.
Okay.
So question. Corey's not telling me how he's feeling.
No, he told you he's feeling a little uneasy.
No, I said, are you okay? You said no, just stuff.
She's calling you out on it.
I mean,
No,
I don't think he's intentionally, but like, okay.
doesn't have to be
But-
intentional. We're talking about Faye promises. Deal with it. Suck it up.
Go for
Corey
it. Like,
will always use his words to tell me how he's feeling.
what a wonderful promise.
No, it was a
That you
mistake.
have now broken.
Yeah,
Let's cross that one out.
unintentionally.
Intentions don't matter. It's a fake contract.
It don't matter.
Verbal
So,
contract.
I get XP for you breaking a promise to me, and I get a string on you.
Nice.
Enjoy.
Crina does just tune out the scent of Draconor. Doesn't even smell it anymore. Which means I level.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh shit.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah. I'm only at my second level up, though. It's okay. We can't all be Bridget.
Listen, I'd just like to get my first.
Bridget is also on her second level.
Make me
up.
more
She just
promises.
is 1 XP away from her third.
Listen, we've already just said Corey's not good at that.
Would you make me a promise, you get XP. I only get XP when you break them.
Mr. Mulhare says, "What ho, yon travelers! You come to hear great stories of my heroic exploits."
No.
Well, how did the meeting go?
Okay, I think. Mostly good.
Corey's face does not betray that he believes this.
Oh,
He just like,
Alistair says I did good.
Alistair says, "Yes, you did excellent."
Mr. Mulhare?
I feel like he would know.
Yeah, yeah, we trust Alistair's instinct here. Mr. Mulhare,
Yeah.
why do I? Is there a hunt? He like looks around at other people and he like whispers, like, "Why do I smell like decaying and death?"
Who told you that?
A vampire.
Oh, great.
You
work.
talked to one of them?
We're getting there.
Well, it's because of the garlic.
What?
You do smell like garlic.
I anointed the garlic before I rubbed it on you. So if a vampire decided to bite you, suddenly they would repel back.
He was going to bite me?
I
smell
don't
bad
know
to them.
if he was going to bite you, but if he had like sneakily come up on you, he would have gotten that smell at the last moment. That's why I put it on your neck area.
So it wasn't
it's
just
why they put the
garlic.
bitter stuff in antifreeze.
That's concerning that you know that. Why? So you weren't just rubbing me down with garlic then?
No, it was garlic that I prepared. You said vampires.
And there's like this wave of like, oh, thank God. Just like faith renewed a little. He was really hot, but yeah. Anyway,
Was it
Don't
Sebastian?
have
Were you
sex
talking
with
to?
vampires.
why not? I almost
Yeah,
had sex
why
with
not?
Donovan. But that's different. Back in the day, like a month ago. Anyway, yeah, it was Sebastian. Yeah, and he didn't seem to think that it went as well as you seem to think it went, Crina.
I think he
seems
was
to think-
fucking with you.
Yeah,
He
I
thinks
wouldn't
war is
trust
about to
a
happen.
vampire that wants something to tell the truth.
Well, yes, they're worried about the celestial. Apparently, there's a power vacuum here, which might make sense considering two maybe vying powers aren't here that were here before.
You said there was some kind of celestial thing, and that's why
Yeah,
they wanted to move
celestial,
negotiations up.
like gods, like Zeus and Aphrodite.
So I want to interrupt at a character real quick, because Sebastian never used the term celestial.
No. She just said celestial.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. But she said celestial, and so he's like this.
Great.
Maybe, I guess. Like, they think that they can come in now because nobody's here, but we're here. I don't know. If it just felt like Super was not prepared. He thought I'd be a pushover.
Of course, you wouldn't be, but sometimes you want to draw meetings and things out to get things from the other side. You don't want them to just end fast.
He's the one who ended it!
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a thing. I don't know. I've seen some business deals. But
Well, we weren't supposed to give them anything. And I didn't.
And you
you
didn't. That was
We
Alistair.
yeah.
Figured.
Yeah, exactly. Which is good. And we'll keep an eye on here and we'll be a little wary and a little vigilant. Just in case he wasn't just fucking with me. In the non-fun way. We didn't get to fuck in the fun way.
Don't fuck vampires.
Why not?
That's just-
Why not? Yeah. I think Corey at the same time almost like synchronizes and they're like, why not?
Because they have strong glamours, and that's just going to make it stronger.
But he was really hot.
Yeah,
But
no
we've
shit. he
got
was-
glamours too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like motion to like me and Alistair.
And I've got like skills.
All right. Okay.
You know. Wolfe like fucks Donovan regularly.
Yeah, well, I'm not training Wolfe, or else I'd be saying the same thing.
About Donovan?
Wait, he knows about Donovan?
Shit.
The whole Valley's gonna know that Donovan is a vampire before the end of this season.
Corey has confided in me certain things, which is important because he lives with a vampire.
Very nice vampire who is like
Yeah, Donovan's
a
a good
sexy.
person.
Yeah, like Corey like starts to say like a sexy and then like drops off. It's like makes a confused face because that sentence doesn't end well. It just yeah.
I mean, like, I don't care that people know about me. I'm supposed to care, apparently.
Yeah.
but
That
I
might
don't.
be
But you told him. But I think Donovan cares. Who
Yeah.
knows about him?
yes. Mr. Mulhair is a different derivative, you know, because like, what if he went somewhere and then he saw Donovan and then he tried to, you know, stake him because he thought an errant vampire was about. It's good to know that he's a friendly vampire.
Humans should not just be trying to randomly stab vampires. It seems like a bad idea. Anyway, I gotta tell Dad what happened, and I gotta tell Jack what happened at some point.
Yeah. So it was just joking that you used the garlic. It was actually some kind of magic anointing mixture on it.
So the garlic is part of it, but yeah.
Cool.
It's not a joke.
No. But and why didn't you let me know beforehand that the thing might hurt Bridget?
What thing?
Yeah, that's not cool, Mr. Molehair.
It would only hurt her if she was still under.
But
Why
what
would
if
you
she
hurt
was?
her?
It wasn't not like hurt in like a permanent damage way, like just like an ow.
Like, any hurt is not okay. Or at least you gotta tell people so they can know whether or not they want to do it.
Getting a vaccine hurts, but you don't say, "Hey,
But you know
this is
what
gonna
you're
hurt."
doing. You know it's gonna
You know
hurt.
you're about to get stuck with a needle.
I'm sorry. Next
It's
time
okay. It's
I
okay.
will say, "Hey, what I'm about to do is gonna
Promise.
hurt, so trust
Promise me you'll say it.
No.
Promise me.
No.
Crina, no, you can't force people.
I know I can't.
Stop it. And like I feel like this is the moment where Corey is like, all right, and like physically picks Crina up.
Hey, don't put me down.
I'm going
Like,
to carry
still
you like the
linked
princess you are
arms.
dressed as.
Still linked arms.
Princess.
Put me
Carry you
down.
like the princess you are to your dad. Bye, Mr. Molehair. Thank you very much. I'll see you later.
I think Alistair will unlink, and he'll pick Corey up.
No, Alistair, this is not. No, put me down.
I know this is unsafe. Put me down. This is why I didn't want to be a cheerleader.
Corey's like, Alistair, put me
Alistair
down. No,
will put
this is not
Corey
this is-
down, and he says, "Now put her down."
No, I'm carrying
Put
her.
me down.
It's romantic or some shit.
Alistair
No,
will grab
put me
your
down.
earlobe.
Ow!
And he goes, "I am going to start twisting this. You don't need it."
I
Down.
do, and Corey wants to try to swoop Alistair's legs.
While holding
While
Crina.
holding Crina.
Yeah.
Okay, roll volatile.
Crina's like fighting too, like to get out.
So we'll do Corey's volatile first, and then we'll do Crina's volatile.
Well, cool. I'm so great at volatile.
It's so fun. Oh shit. 13.
13. Well, that's pretty good. You deal Alistair harm, and
Oh, shit.
They choke up, which will represent by them getting thrown on their butt and not holding your earlobe. Your turn, Crina.
Okay, that's a 7.
Okay.
I'm not dead.
You're gonna get free. Okay? You don't have to deal harm. But you must choose one.
This is lash out physically.
This is lash out physically, yes. Corey learns something about your true nature and gains a string on you. Perhaps you get outfit in a very Fae-like way. The MC decides how bad the harm is, in which case you don't get the choice whether you deal harm or not. Or you become your darkest self. The MC looks at the audience.
Hey, who been on Crina? Who been on Crina?
Nobody suggested Crina. I'm just saying
Oh.
I could win. And I do like winning.
What's it gonna be, Stephanie?
Oh, I'm really tempted. It would be fun, but I don't narratively think it makes sense for her to go.
No,
dark
it's a
herself.
little early.
Yeah.
You're not
Nobody's
that
soul
mad.
is on the line yet, so.
Yeah.
Put me down. Oh shit. Go Galadriel on everybody.
String or damage?
Damage.
Damage it is. So, you force yourself out of Corey's arms in a less than graceful way. And I'm going to say you're struggling.
Knocks him in the
Have
nuts.
you ever punched someone in the face by accident? I have.
Oh, only on purpose.
Okay.
I mean,
Sometimes when you
accident or
flail
action.
a certain amount, you just get them real nice and clean, and I think you do. I think you get a nice clean punch on Corey. And Corey, you're gonna take a harm. It's like a wild swing, not intended to be a punch at all. But it ends up being
Bloody
a nice,
nose?
clean hit. Yeah, bloody nose.
Ooh. Yep. I mean, oh.
Crina, what the fuck? And
You
he's
should
like,
put me down!
I was trying to romantically carry you.
And I said like 40 times to put me down!
It's like holding his
I'm gonna go
bleeding
over
nose.
and like help Alistair up.
Oh, he'll
Oh,
take the
wait.
hand.
Oh,
Dust
like a bleeding
himself
nose.
off.
Are you okay? I'm gonna turn back to Corey and say, "Are you okay?"
I'm fine. It's just gonna take a second. Sorry.
I didn't mean to hit you, but you should have put me down.
You're right. Sorry, you're right.
Sorry too.
Let's go
All right.
find your dad.
Yeah, let's go for my dad.
Bridget, in my head, they find you and Viridius leading a drinking song somewhere. But you tell me, because that's just my comic timing, I think, kicking in.
I think that's good. I think I would like just a little talk with Viridius beforehand.
yeah, let's
just
do
a
it, yeah.
moment. Like,
Yeah, we got time.
My dad gives great talks.
I think Bridget, like,
That's your
after
dating's
she
daughter.
throws the sword, like, she walks and goes to yank it out of the
Mhm.
target. And she looks at Viridius, and I think she says, I did used to be a god, you know. I can handle myself.
He says, I know. I remember.
I think I'm almost out of whatever that was, and I think I need more of it.
We can get more.
Let's do that.
Okay.
And then we can cut to the drinking. And
Okay, great. So that's how Corey, Crina, and Alistair find them. I think some people have assumed Viridius is there as part of the fair, and he and Crina are in the middle of like just a big group of patrons, and they're
Bridget.
singing bawdy songs.
Bridget.
Sorry, yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's fun. Is that why
That's-
Bridget was screaming?
I don't think so, but maybe. Corey's like, I think his nose is done, like bleeding now, and he's like taking copious amounts.
I
just,
think
like,
Bridget sees Crina and like jumps off the table she's on, and like runs and goes and gives Crina a big like drunk hug.
Mm-hmm.
I have linked arms with Alistair again, but I am not holding Corey's hand because his hands are bloody.
Okay.
he's washed them
And
off.
I'm like, I give her back one arm hug.
Yeah.
I think Alistair might unlink when he sees Bridget drunkenly running towards you. I think he's gonna.
He's defensive position.
Like do not want to let him.
Okay, I think then as soon as he feels the resistance, he stops. He knows better.
I threw my sword and I hit the target.
Is it when you yelled really loud?
Yeah.
That's awesome. You like you threw it?
Yeah.
That's so cool, Bridget.
I know. I'm like really good at this, I think.
yeah.
Maybe I should take Corey. Corey, who beat you up?
Crina hit me in the face.
Crina.
It was an accident.
Finally.
Hey! It was an
It
accident.
was an accident, but also he was holding me, and I told him like 40 times to put me down, and he wouldn't do it. And
I heard
accidentally
about
hit
what
him.
you did to Tanya.
That
What?
in what?
What you did to Tanya. I heard.
Okay, but Tanya was like creepily hiding in the bushes, and it wasn't.
How did
intentional.
you hear about that?
We talked at the wishing tree when I made my wish.
You talked to Tanya?
Yeah.
Oh, that bitch just won't leave me alone.
To be fair, maybe
she's
just
having
working.
to work at the fair. We all have to work at the fair.
I don't have to work at the fair.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
we-
have to, but I do sometimes because Mom asked for help. But no, she was spying on us, and Corey and I were making out, and we were gonna have sex, and then I saw her over his shoulder, and she was being creepy, and then then Alistair came and there was a thing, and I left, but then Corey apparently just flung a knife and hit her, but she deserves it.
You should be
Deserves her
careful when you throw knives. I can help you learn, Corey.
That is very kind of you, Bridget. I do not believe I need your help. Perhaps my keen senses were just keener than I thought in the moment, and noticed a danger and hid it.
Also, Tanya's not nearly as sneaky as she thinks she is. Maybe she'll learn to be sneakier. Unlikely.
I've had like 2 of these.
I can tell,
very
What is
good.
that? I'm gonna reach for it.
I think I offer something.
Yeah. Oh, Dad brought this. Cool.
Yeah.
Take a big swallow and I'll hand it to Alistair.
Alistair is just gonna hold it.
Usually the beer is much worse at the Ren
No,
Fair.
you want any? No. Okay, and then I'll take it from him and I'll hand it over to Corey.
Alistair was said, "No, I told your mother that I would make sure everyone got home safe."
Oh,
One
And-
of you
Yeah.
is gonna have to drive me to school tomorrow because I left my car at the school.
Yes, we can do that.
Oh, you
Maybe Wolf
definitely
could
can't
give me a
drive.
ride. He
Or
lives
Wolfe
next
could
door.
give you a ride. And then Corey's passing along because he's like, he takes like a deep sigh, looks at this drink, and is like, I'm driving. And
Crina will just take it back.
yeah, hands
Oh,
back to
was
Crina.
Sebastian at the meeting?
No,
I don't think so.
Oh,
he found me, and I found him, and that was
he's
interesting.
so nice, isn't he?
He's a flirt.
Yeah, but so are you.
Yes, we are. We did discuss our mutual hotness. But
Mad I didn't get to meet him.
hey, you're hotter. And he's like, but I use my hotness for good. I believe he intends to use his hotness for bad.
He was nice to me and bought me my sword.
To try and gain your favor to get something he wants.
Yeah, but I wanted a sword, so maybe I gained his favor.
Yeah.
You're drunk.
So she could still be right. You can tell Crina's starting to get a little drunk now at this point because she's been like drinking pretty
just-
quickly.
Yeah, Corey's just nodding his head, and he's like, "Do you listen? Sometimes, when that sounds gross. When men want things, they treat women very nicely, but not all. They're not good.
He didn't
Not
try
like-
to hook up with me or anything.
Maybe he could be nice.
I don't.
We already know one nice vampire.
but
Maybe
this
there's
nice,
2.
That's very possible. But this one left the cult. This one chose to stay in the cult.
Quit being a killjoy. Just let Bridget flirt with people who are
But,
hot.
hey, you know what? I have a great hot person she could flirt with. Dixie.
Look, you and I are dating, and we still flirt with other people.
Yeah, and you know what? Here, I'll name another hot person. She could flirt with Ronnie Bruce. Or she could...
No, Ronnie Bruce likes Crina.
That's true. You could flirt...
I'm gonna reach up
Donovan
and I'm
and
gonna put
Wolfe.
my hand on Corey's mouth.
Huh? Corey licks your hand, straight up licks it.
Don't move.
Yeah.
That's gross, and you should stop it. Just like you should stop trying to control Bridget.
Hey.
She's a big girl and can flirt with whoever she wants.
Anyway,
And
Viridius...
I would like to do some kind of shut someone
Okay.
down or something.
Yeah,
some
sure.
kind of roll.
Go for it.
Go ahead, roll
Sure.
cold.
Shut your boyfriend down.
Shut up. 8.
8. All right, 8's pretty good. Choose one from below. How shall we represent the shutting of the down? Would you like Corey to lose a string on you?
I don't know if Corey has any on Green
Really?
right now.
You
Let me
have
double check.
8
Does he have
string on
one?
me.
Oh, he has one. Okay, he has
Yeah, I
one
thought
still.
you did. Should we give Corey a condition, or shall we take one forward? Corey.
Corey.
He doesn't have any conditions right now. This
He
is
does
a
not. He had
reference
sex recently. What? That's how it works.
The
For
chosen
you, yes.
sex move, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's give him a condition.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like Killjoy.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Hell he is. So.
Your girlfriend's
But-
drunk. She punched you in the face.
It didn't
Yeah,
come
just call me
across
a killjoy.
perfectly, so we have to give Crina a condition in return. She's got heir to the throne. What else does she need?
I think something that conveys that you're not taking this seriously enough.
Ooh.
Like,
Like flippant.
Yeah, what's the opposite of killjoy?
yeah, like essentially, like.
Hey, girl. That would be very fitting for Crina. There's also
Lackadaisical.
flippant as well.
I don't know how to spell lapsadaisical.
Lackadaisical.
Yeah.
Even that word.
Irresponsible.
Irresponsible. Yes.
Oh, it stings.
Heir to the throne and irresponsible.
Irresponsible.
Bad
That's
heir
good.
to the throne. And she
That
knows
sounds
it.
like Corey in season 1.
Love it. All right.
Irresponsible. All right.
Corey's like, listen, I don't want to be a killjoy, but I don't
I'm
want to
gonna
be
start
a
like wiping my hand off on his shirt.
Oh.
Not the shirt, it's Hugo Boss.
It's your spit.
As if it hasn't been anywhere else, everywhere else on your body.
Gross. Yeah, Crina will just say that. Gross. And just like
But I'm not a killjoy. Listen, you know what? I'm not a killjoy. Fine. And he'll like, oh god damn it, Corey. He's gonna reach out and he's gonna take the drink from Crina and just like slug that shit down.
there's not a lot left at this point.
Rude.
And Alistair will put his hand out and he'll go, I will take the car keys now, please.
Corey just like slams the car keys in your hand. Prettiest, can I please have more? Because I'm not a killjoy. I can have fun.
And Viridius will approach you and say, excellent. Let us prove this. Everyone follow me. And he...
Corey follows.
Great. And he takes you to the stand that he has swapped the alcohol at.
There's just like people fucking on the floor there. Like,
Yeah, I think there are other very drunk people at the Ren Fair as it's getting late. And he says, these shall be our road wines. And he fills everybody. Everyone gets one.
Corey just chugs,
No,
And-
you don't have. Okay.
proving he's a man, not a killjoy.
And Verdi says, excellent. Where are we going now?
I'm gonna throw things. I'm gonna show you that I can throw things too.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna throw things.
Wants to throw pointy things. Oh, how's Tanya?
We should not throw pointy things.
No,
at this
listen,
point.
I'm good at this, and I'm gonna
Let me
win
show
Crina
him that I'm
prizes.
better than him.
Yeah, we're gonna go for this tit for
It'll
tat.
be really
tit for
fun,
tat.
Dad.
And Viridius raises his hand and he says, as former king of everything, I am making a decree. We shall throw things. We shall. But this Ren Fair no longer pleases me. We shall go to the only place worthy of my kingliness, the Dairy Royale.
Wait,
Oh.
no.
And we will purchase $1 ice cream cones for the checking.
No.
Yes!
And
I
Crina's like momentarily really disappointed. Then it was like, yeah!
wait. I have to win Crina a fluffy thing.
Yes, Daddy's gotta win me a fluffy thing.
Gotta win Crina a fluffy thing.
Should have done that before you started drinking. And he's going to pick Corey up.
What?
I was flirting. This is very arousing and unfair.
No, don't say that.
And he says, everyone follow me to the automobile.
We'll follow.
I think that's a great place to end.
Yeah.
Don't let me forget that there is something I want to do before the night is over.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna ask next time. What do you want to do before the night is over? Because but you wanted to leave, right? You didn't want to do it there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, next
We'll have
time
to
we'll
get
do
Donovan to his bedroom.
we'll do late night Thursday next time. It'll be great. Everyone will love it.
Yeah. I think Donovan grabs some fried dough that they pass on the way, like really quick, and is like, "It's for you, but I'm gonna eat it."
Wow.
And ends up
Donovan.
eating the whole thing.
Yeah,
Maybe like a
it's
piece.
food.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do an excellent fun thing. Everyone stay here. You're gonna want to stick around, okay? Because I've got excellent
Yeah.
fun things. We're gonna do, hey, you got anything you want to talk about? We'll do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna do, hey, regular schedule. It's gonna be great. Then we're gonna do secret surprise. That's why you want to make sure you absolutely stick around, okay?
You have a secret surprise?
There is a secret surprise. I'm not joking.
Oh, it's real secret.
Yeah. All right. So, first things first. Does anybody have anything they need to announce? Yes, a weekly finger K.
So I'm not good at one shots. So remember how last week I was like Changeling the Lost at the Onyx Path from
Yeah.
1 to 5 p.m.
Yeah.
We didn't finish.
Oh.
So this Friday,
Shocking.
we had a lot of fun. I played a himbo fairist,
Shocking.
Nice.
That tracks.
which is Dixie's
Yep.
preferred archetype. He's a Prince Charming. It's great. Come check him out and our other cool fun people. But so on the Onyx Path this week on Friday from 12 to 3, I will be playing. And again, we have the OG himbo. Wes will be there, as well as Dixie Cochran, fan favorite of the show. And Jenny, just like our whole Vacing crew, and obviously like the melodious voice of Tom Murr. I just high key rec. You come check it out. You can watch the first one over at OPP if you missed the first part. And it's just a fun little game.
I like it. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have a thingy?
My thingy is part of the schedule.
Okay. So I'll let you jump in. So tomorrow. Well, wait. Yeah. Hold on a second. Natalie. Yes.
Sorry, one last thing
Yes.
is Charm Person Games is currently having a holiday sale.
Oh.
If you
Are.
book with us between now and January 1st, your booking doesn't have to be in there, but if you book now, you get $50 off your booking.
Nice.
Any booking. Of
Any
any
booking.
game.
Whoa.
Any game.
Whoa.
Whoa.
We have a list of games we
charmpersongames.com.
offer. We have games we don't offer. Charm Person, we don't have games we don't offer right now.
Basically, they play everything.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
we don't know it, we'll learn it for you.
Love it.
I've been playing drunk too long, so now I'm talking like I'm drunk.
It's set in. The condition has been owned.
Or maybe they could check out a really cool, unique playtest of a game. Maybe.
I don't want to talk about that here
We're
yet.
not talking about that.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, that's too secret.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Tuesday, deep dive, Changeling the Lost. Speaking of which,
Oh, yeah.
come in for the deep dive, learn about Changeling. That'll be great. Wednesday, that's Cult, playing some Cult. The Cult game. It's going to be great. Cult spelled with a K. Thursday, what happens on Thursday? Witch Murder!
We had to miss last Thursday because of internet issues that were actually not my issues for once. My internet was fine for once. But yes, we'll be playing Witchburner again this coming Thursday. It's episode 4. They're a couple weeks in now, and the townspeople are putting some pressure on our burners to find a witch.
Oh, okay. Saturday, Family Holidays, Saturday night one shot, Vampire 5th edition. I don't know what the Family Holidays means. I guess it's a series, or if we're just super excited about the holidays with vampires.
So
If you
the-
want to
the
learn
vam-
more, join the Discord down below, and then show up on Saturday for the show.
The Van League is like the big Vampire the Masquerade fandom that's like LA Benite and a bunch of them, and they're all running a bunch of one shots. I believe there's some kind of charity component. Forgive
Oh,
me
it's
if
like
I'm
all
wrong.
connected? It's like a thing.
Yeah, and it's like kind of a
Oh.
bunch of different platforms are doing it, and you know our favorite Ian's going to be in a couple of them, and
Well,
yeah,
do you know where people can learn more?
they can learn more on
On the Discord.
Oh, that's what I said. All right. So then Sunday it's Forbidden Lands. Before Monday, it's us again. It's gonna be a good time.
I know.
Night
Are these
Thursdays
drunk?
on Monday Night Monsterhearts.
Woo!
Yeah, find out what these drunken teenage shenanigans get into.
All right. So now I would like
We're not all drunk.
all of my cast to open the stream if possible.
Oh, I
It's-
got it. Okay.
There's no audio component to this, so you don't have to change your settings. There's just a visual. I want to show you all something.
Okie dokie.
It's exciting. So it's
I'm
fun.
I'm a little
excited.
scared.
All right. If
I
you-
always have the stream open.
Hold on, hold on.
Yep, I'm waiting for you. Don't worry.
All right, now we're good.
We're good?
Yeah, we're
blink
good.
3 times if you're good. Great. All right. Where did I put it? Hey, where is it? Hold on a second. I did something wrong.
Professional streamers.
Oh, there we go. All right. This is a special gift that we have all just received.
Don't forget that there's a small
There is a delay, right?
Ooh.
You'll see it in a second. Anytime now. When are you gonna see it? When's it gonna happen? I should have hit this
know.
early.
I see Crina's beautiful face.
Oh, I hit the transition button. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There we go. I knew that was too long. That was weird. You're gonna. There it is.
On the fifth night of Hanukkah.
Aw.
On the fifth night of Hanukkah, a cake gave to me 5
Look how
beautiful
cute they
blue
are.
Yeah, Kate got us a great gift.
Happy Hanukkah, everyone. On
That's
the fifth night
awesome.
of Hanukkah, 5 beautiful babies.
Isn't that nice?
Thank you, Kay.
I just said 5th and not 5.
We got you.
It's
That's
such a
so
great
cute.
little
I can't
picture of
stop looking
everybody.
at Crina's fucking adorable face.
Look how cute they all are.
Look
They're
how cute
really
they are.
cute. So I'm sure Kate
They're
will
all
share that,
happy
that file
together.
with y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
will
should
share this
post
with
it.
everyone. I'm
Yeah.
gonna post
How
it.
cute
But
Bridget's hair looks.
how cute they are.
Everyone
The
is super
overalls.
cute.
You're all super attractive. Look at all these attractive babies.
Yeah. And
Aw.
I'll add that to the slides, obviously, at the beginning of the
Yeah.
show.
Love it so
Yay.
But all 5 of our little people enjoying a moment before they all die in the vampire Fey War.
That's right.
Wolfe
I
is
will
gonna be
emerge
completely
victorious.
fine.
I think Bridget will be fine. I think we've seen
Yeah.
that.
Bridget can
It'll
handle
be
herself.
Queen Crina with her right hand Bridget.
That's right. Everybody else.
I mean, that's how it should be, to be honest.
Yeah, TBH.
All right.
Uh,
Well,
Love it. It's
thank you
beautiful.
all for
Thank you so much, Kayla.
coming.
Yeah, happy Hanukkah.
Thank
Happy
you.
Hanukkah. And we'll see you on Monday, the 21st. Ooh.
Ooh.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, wait,
Goodbye.
I have to. They can't see us waving. Transition
Aw.
button. Great.
We're
Bye.
waving, guys.
We are all
Bye.
waving.
We're waving
Yes.
because we love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.